Jayson Tatum is back. Not in the games yet, and not for the Boston Celtics, but he has returned to the Celtics G League affiliate in Maine. And he practiced with the team yesterday. And we don't have any video, but we do have pictures and we do have word on how things went. I got Damian with me. I got Chill with me. We are going to talk about Jayson Tatum's return to the court, what this means for the Celtics, and ultimately, what this means for the NBA. This is a very exciting time. The East is very close. You got the Knicks, you got the Cavs, you got the Celtics, you got the Pistons. Sixers right outside of that. The East can get very interesting, fellas. Also, we're going to talk about what Victor Wembanyama is showing us because this is ridiculous, fellas. This is now it's really starting to get scary with Wemby. We're going to talk about that as well. Also, the All-Star game will not feature two Hall of Famers, two legends, two GOATs. And so we're going to talk about what that may mean as well. And also, these college guys continue to razzle and dazzle. There's a few guys that are really, really, really shaking things up. So we're going to get into that as well. Damian, Chill, Ox. Let's go ahead and do it, fellas. Jayson Tatum is back, y'all.
Ron, you know how I feel about the G League, and I think that teams would benefit themselves from using the G League a lot more for, one, player development, and two, nursing back guys from injury, because I think it's a good run. I think that those guys are hungry down there. I don't think that they're down there, just lollygagging. I think it's a really good run, and I think it's really good competition for a guy like Jayson Tatum who hasn't played in Ox. I think this Tuesday will be 9 months since he played, right? So with that being said, it would be good for him to get some sort of contact just to see where we are. And you guys know how I feel about getting him back on the court, but just to see where we are and how far away we are from really competing at that level that's necessary in order to just be on the floor. Now, as far as them bringing him back into the lineup, I think that a lot of people are expecting Jayson Tatum, and that's just not true, Ron. I mean, I think that people hear the name Jayson Tatum, and I think that they think Jayson Tatum, when in reality, that's not him. This is a dude who's recovering from a season-ending injury, and he's not going to be that. And in order for them to get that dude, I think we got to wait until next season.
Wait, Tuesday? So what's the
next
deal,
Tuesday
man?
is the 16th.
What's going on?
Next Tuesday is the 16th.
So
JT
next
told
Tuesday is the day that he practices with the G League, or what?
today.
Today's practice.
He's doing 5-on-5s with them today.
No, Chill. He did 5-on-5 yesterday.
Okay, so yesterday. When I said Tuesday, Ox, I said
that's from
when I said
that's from surgery, Chill, is it?
So no. So Tuesday next week is the 16th. He tore his Achilles 9 months ago that day.
May 13th, right?
Is it the 13th or I thought it was the 16th? I'm sorry. If it was the 13th, then that means it's Friday. That means it's this Friday
after,
then.
Yeah, like the day after. This is my thing, Chill. If he practiced 5-on-5 with them yesterday, Ron, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's coming back. We'll see him soon.
Well, he's already made it clear
But
to
that's
us.
where this is crazy.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's where this is crazy, though. It's like it's gone from like a few videos on social media, this guy doing, one-on-one drills and all these things. But Chill, when you get to the G League, that means you're coming back, man. Like this is confirmation that this guy's coming back. If you're doing 5-on-5 and stuff, like you're not doing that without the intention of coming back, man. So
well,
he's coming back.
That's not a tester, Damien. If you're playing 5-on-5, full contact with the G League affiliate team, that means you've tested it out. You've gone through all the physical therapy. You've gone through the testing with the trainers. You ran, you full speed sprinted, you ran up a court, dunking the basketball, catching lobs, playing defense. You've done everything. They don't just throw you out there 5-on-5 full contact without already knowing that you're ready to go. This is full confirmation that we will see Jayson Tatum soon.
Now, well, wait a minute, Ox. Just because you're throwing me out there does not mean that I feel comfortable enough to go out there. Because he said it already. He said, this doesn't mean that, quote, this doesn't mean that I'm coming back. This doesn't mean that I'm not coming back. This sounds like him getting out there and testing himself to see, where am I? How far away am I from competing at that level in order for me to come back? Because just because you're putting me on the floor, I can appreciate that 100%. That I'm playing with the G League affiliates, and not only am I playing with the G League affiliates, I'm getting bumped. I'm getting some real contact. I still have to see where I am as a player, though. I don't know. I'm not ready. No, or I do feel good, and I do think that I'm ready. But you guys already know how I feel about this. I don't want him out there. I don't.
Right.
I don't
But
want him out there.
This is the checklist part. This is the checklist part of things. You know what I'm saying? He's at that part where, you know, let's say it's like a chill, you know, you got your CDL. You know, before you get in that truck, you got to do that 90-point inspection. This is that 82. He's boom. I want to see
where I am. Sure.
He's about to put his seatbelt on, chill. He's about to put his seatbelt on and back that thing out the yard. It's on, chill.
But I told you guys this. I told you guys this 2 months ago that Jayson Tatum was going to come back. The minute he started working out on the court, and you guys got mad at me. You guys were like, Ron, you don't know what you're talking about. Ron, this dude doesn't. Ron, this dude doesn't need to come back. Ron, this, Ron, that. Jayson Tatum is a competitor, and this is a very good Celtics team. He doesn't want to waste a year, and he doesn't have to waste a year. And chill, he doesn't have to be superstar Jayson Tatum
in order for them to win it.
80% to get it done. Chill. See, this is where I'm at with, because chill, I'm with you on the fact that I want to put him out there, but I'm also with Ron and Penn, where if you're ready, then play basketball. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's two levels. You know how we always talk about this. It's hard up here on the panel because we're all athletes. You know what I'm saying? So we want to have that competitive spirit. But then we're analyzing the game, and we're thinking from a different point where it's like, no, take care of yourself, do this. But when you're an athlete and you think you're ready to go, dude, I don't give a damn about my body. Like I'm going crazy. So I understand why he would want to play, but chill, I understand because I'm with you. If I'm the owners of this basketball team, there is absolutely no way that this is happening right now. But if I'm Jayson Tatum, it's no way you're stopping me right now.
But well, to your point, the Boston Celtics are what, 34-19, 5.5 games back. He doesn't return early if they don't think that they can make a real run at this thing. And I think that Ron made an interesting point around this is sort of what you play for. So like if Jayson Tatum has any inkling that he can come back and make a difference, this is why he's going to throw himself out there. The only problem I have, because I'm with you guys, is you're potentially gambling with the rest of your career. That's where like I'm a bit like sort of iffy on it, because I know like from personal experience, when I did my ACL and I tore up my knee and I had a whole knee reco, sometimes your body is ready, but actually your mind hasn't caught up yet. And I wonder where his mind is in all of this, because he might feel good, but then when you start scrimmaging, when you start getting out there, it's a whole different ball game, and you don't know mentally where he's at, man. So that's the only thing.
You as an elite athlete, Damian, and I played at an elite level, there's a thin line between confidence and with your confidence. There's a thin line between that. So with that being said, a guy like Jayson Tatum, who told us when he tore his Achilles, he's in the hospital, I'm done. I'm probably not playing basketball again. This is where he was at that point. Now we're getting back to Superman Jayson Tatum, which is who he thought he was before he ended up getting hurt. Now, in order for me to get back to that level, mentally I got to feel that way. Now, my body may look like I still got the goods. My body may look like I can still run fast and jump high, but mentally, am I there? Can I get back to being the super sharp, super athletic, ball handling, jump shooting, athletic rebounding guy that I was in the past? Can I get back to that? Well, I can probably get back to that as things progress. But what you're doing is you throwing me right back into the fire to see where I am. And I would feel so much better if he had a whole summer to work out and then came back when the season started, because I think he'd be frothing at the mouth like, yo, I'm ready to go.
Is he getting pressure?
Doing that right now.
What do y'all think is happening? Do you think that the Boston front office and ownership and Joe Mazzulla, do you think that people might be pressuring him or something to play, or do you think that this is like what's going on? Because for the Warriors, it seemed as if they were pressuring Kevin Durant, even though Kevin Durant's a competitor and wanted to play. You know what I mean? But is this, from what Andre Iguodala was saying, it seems that they were kind of pressuring him to get back out there. Do you think that the Boston Celtics might be pressuring him a little bit, or what do y'all think is going on?
No, because the Boston Celtics treat Tatum the way the Warriors treat Steph Curry. That's their dude. That's their franchise. Kevin Durant was a mercenary.
Mm-hmm.
To them, they knew he was leaving. So him getting injured didn't mean jack to them, because you're going to get injured on somebody else's paycheck. That's why they rushed him back. And KD will never say that, but I'm saying it. I think they rushed him.
Andre
Iguodala
said it, though. Andre Iguodala said it.
Andre Iguodala saying it. So, but Kevin Durant has denied that, right? He has kind of said like, nah, I was ready. Yo, sometimes as an athlete, you got everyone around you looking at you like, oh, you coming back, but no pressure. You coming back? You coming back? No pressure. So then there's a plausible deniability, right?
This movie, and it doesn't end well. It just doesn't. It does not end well.
To that point, Chill, when we were thinking about this and I saw the videos, I went through the list, I went back. So the notable names that have had Achilles that have returned: Clay, KD, Brandon Jennings, DeMarcus Cousins, Kobe, Chauncey Billups, Elton Brand, Dominique Wilkins, Wes Matthews. Now, the guy that came back the quickest was, I think, Wes Matthews, 7 months, but he wasn't the same player. KD's the only guy to come back and average more than he did pre-Achilles. Dominique was really good the first year. He averaged damn near 30. But then after that, it was a fall off. So, and in all of the cases, the guys have reduced their games played year on year thereafter. So based on the evidence we have, we can make an educated guess that Jayson Tatum will be affected in some sort of way, whether that's availability, whether that's production, whether that's the ability to be a number one option. In some way, shape, or form, he's going to be affected. Now, if he comes back early, that delta can actually increase. That's my concern. But he could come back and be fine. But to Chill, to your point, people in their mind think it's Jayson Tatum coming back. It might not be that version of Jayson Tatum that we might see.
Chill.
But Damien, is there a different surgery that they've been doing now though? Isn't there like a different reconstruction?
Yeah,
we're
way more advanced.
We're told about all this modern medicine.
Yeah.
This is why I don't understand the concern with everybody. We're taught about all this modern medicine. I get hassled and harassed based on me saying that that these players are more advanced than all of this. I'm getting told they're getting better medicine, they're getting better treatment, better recovery, better trainers, and better athletes too. Also, Damien, what was the age compared to everybody on that list in Jayson Tatum?
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, Jayson Tatum's much younger than everybody. Like you guys,
yeah, that's another factor. But I think we're in a interesting flexion point between professional sports and advanced medicine, where these guys are coming back earlier. The concern I have is we have comparables. So it doesn't feel like Damian Lillard and Tyrese Halliburton are close to coming back when they sort of did their Achilles around the same time. So has Jayson Tatum got a better surgery? Has his rehab been different? Is he been these are all questions I have, because we have some other guys who don't feel like they're close to coming back at all. So that's where
maybe also look at situation.
But the factors are different.
Situations
Number
too.
one,
what factors are different?
You're right.
What's the factors are different? Penn.
Age of the athlete.
Okay.
Genetics of the athlete. Not everyone recovers from the same thing. I mean, let's just be honest. There are some guys who come back from a sprained ankle in a week, and there are guys who take 4 weeks, 3 weeks.
Sure.
Bodies recover at different stages. The procedure is different. The size of the athlete matters so much to me here. Kevin Durant is probably the most successful example of a post-Achilles career, where I could argue certain elements of his game have gotten better post-Achilles. And he was north of 30. So he is freaking.
Well, he was 29 when it happened. When it happened.
But he was 30 when he's 30,
sure.
North of 30 when he came back. So there was already an expected slight regression prior to him tearing his Achilles. He was already declining, as the rim pressure and all that stuff that we saw in OKC. That wasn't there that much. In his later parts of Golden State, he was already transitioning more towards becoming a jump shooter. So I think Tatum has a lot in common with Kevin Durant. Do you not see it?
I think that he's
Absolutely.
a superior athlete, to be honest with you, Ben. When you're talking about just athletes,
I ain't going that far, but I mean, like, in terms of the big athlete,
Superior?
he's still going to be 6'9".
6'9", 230 pounds. The way he runs, the way he gets up and down the floor, the way he dunks the ball, how high he can jump. I think he's a superior athlete. His movement, his side-to-side lateral movement. I don't just think that it's just in terms, and also his strength, how much bigger he's gotten.
Yo,
so
KD
when I think
27, when he was, that's what, 2015.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tatum's a superior athlete to
Well, it
KD.
doesn't really.
I don't think he's superior to. I don't think he's a superior athlete to KD. So don't get me wrong with that. No, I think he's a superior athlete today. So with that being said, I don't know. I'm not comparing him and KD.
36.
I'm not comparing him and KD as athletes. What I am saying though is, I do think that genetics. I do think that genetics come into play. But I'm thinking about what this kind of injury and the strain that it's going to have on you when you come back, cutting, running, jumping, and in this little bit of time, Dana, you just brought up the point. If Portland was third in the Western Conference and they were competing for the Western Conference championship, you think they'd be rushing Dame back? You think that they would be trying to get Dame back in the lineup?
Well,
I doubt that.
Dame's much older though, Chill.
Even if he is much older,
worse.
Okay, but he's still
but smaller. It's like, what could you
here's
really
the thing,
do?
though. Wait a minute,
situation matters. That's not what Chill's saying.
But that's not fair, though. That's not fair, guys. Because what we're doing with Jayson Tatum, we're bringing him back based on what we just saw when we saw him in Boston, right? And we're putting him back in the lineup, and we're putting Boston where they are, where we think that they could be based on what we just saw from Jayson Tatum. If the Trailblazers were the second seed and they were 3 games out behind Oklahoma City, from what we had just seen with Damian Lillard, who was playing at an all-star level and an all-pro level, because I actually 2 years ago, I actually had him on the all-pro team. He's playing at that level. If like I said, if they're at the top of the Western Conference, are we talking about him coming back quicker?
No, Chill. No, because like I said, and like you said, we all know it's not fair. You're right. It's not fair. It's not fair that Jayson Tatum is 6'9", 6'10", and Damian Lillard 6'2".
Right.
And has to rely on speed and explosion and coming off of high picks to get his shit off. Jayson Tatum don't got to rely on the same thing that Damian Lillard has to rely on. He's much younger. He's a better basketball player at this point, and it's just like he doesn't have to have the same burst off of high picks and all of that Damian Lillard needs. If the Boston. Because of the size and skill difference, it's just the way they're completely different basketball players.
This is not magic.
He can like Jayson Tatum. Jayson Tatum can actually operate out the mid post. He can operate from the nail. He doesn't have to get the ball way up top.
But I still need that lift on my shot, Ox. I still need that strength.
Nowhere near like Damian Lillard does. Chill. Jayson Tatum can go out there and catch and shoot and have an impact on the basketball game.
Chill. So which of these 2 players that you very clearly follow and love and watch a lot of would recover better in your mind from an Achilles injury? Jayson Tatum or Donovan Mitchell?
Donovan Mitchell.
What?
Because he's smaller.
He would recover worse.
That's the reason.
You think he would recover better?
No, I think he would recover worse.
Okay, that's what we're saying. So
because he's
the
smaller
whole exactly, and that's the thing, because 6'9" post Achilles tear is still 6'9". Good jump shooter post Achilles tear, still a good jump shooter.
I still need that stuff though, Penn. Like the stuff that makes me awesome. Because Ron, if you think that I'm just going to be standing on the wing, just catching and shooting, I'm not going to do that. I'm still going to be
chill. I'm not arguing that he's definitely going to come back and be exactly the same player right away, but I'm saying he has a path.
But that's what they're looking for, though, Penn. That's why we bringing him back.
Chill. Can you answer this question for me? And for the people that don't know this, what is the difference between Jordan in 86 and 96? And I'll correlate this back to Tatum, but you know where I'm about to go with this. No, what's the difference in his game? What's the difference in his play style?
Well, he doesn't play above the rim nearly as much as he did in 96 that he did in 86. He played a lot more on the box. There was not a lot of flight and athleticism, in his game. He was, to Penn's point, that's where I was going with it. He's a lot stronger. He's a lot smarter too. So he knows what spaces to get to, what spots to get to, as opposed to in 86. I was just bigger, faster, and stronger than most of you dudes and just jumping over the rest of y'all.
But he was still
that's
athletic,
what I was
right?
Chill, super duper athlete.
So Michael Jordan in 96 was still a good athlete. If you watched him play and you'd never seen him, you'd be like, that's a damn good athlete. Why? Because he's balanced, he's strong, and he found a way. I think great athletes find a way. Great players and great athletes will find a way. Now, some people are too small to find a way. Unfortunately, they're lost. Sorry. You can't find a way. You're 6 feet tall. Your career is over if you have an Achilles tear. If Donovan Mitchell had an Achilles tear, I'm pretty sure he would be a role player post Achilles.
He wouldn't be a role player, Chill. Let's not go too far. But the thing,
he'd be an okay starter. He would never make another All-Star team.
He would still be an awesome basketball player.
Post 30.
Chill, yes, post 30, yes.
Okay.
Chill. My point is this, and I think we need to discuss this real quick because I think that the chat, and this is who I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? This is who I'm for the chat,
Man
right?
of the people.
Let's talk to the chat and let's talk to each other. Let's tone it down a bit, right? I think sometimes people forget what about basketball, that when you're 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", it's a lot easier to do certain things than it is. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact that you can be hurt and a lot slower than you used to be at 6'8", 6'9", and still get your shit off.
Sure.
You know
He's going to be a worse basketball player, though.
This is
real
the
talk,
thing. I don't know that.
I think
I'm not sure. All I know is
we're all accepting that his game will have to change.
Yeah, yes, slightly. You have to do some different things, but that's the beauty of basketball. I can do different stuff than I used to do and still be able to cook. Like, and my main point was the Jayson Tatum to Damian Lillard conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Damian Lillard cannot do what Jayson Tatum can do with less athleticism. So to the chat from what you were saying, I'm not delusional. I know how much you need your Achilles to play basketball. You need your Achilles to walk from here to the refrigerator.
Sure.
You need your Achilles to do everything standing up. I understand how important that is. But once it's reconstructed, once you've gone through the physical therapy, and once you're cleared to play basketball, you might lose some athleticism. You might lose a little burst. You might lose a little lift. But when you're 6'9", 6'8", I don't need it like I would if I was 6'2". That's just my.
But remember what we talked.
I think he's going to get worse defensively. That 100%.
He's going to be a worse offensive player as well. I don't know why y'all keep
trusting the medicine.
Hold on. No.
It's not about
the medicine. It's medicine, Ron. It's not magic. It's not magic. It's medicine.
He might not be.
We're on the same side, Ron. Don't turn your best friend into your enemy right now. I'm with you.
Pen, I'm on my side. I believe what I believe,
right.
And if we believe the same thing, cool. But I'm not. This isn't a debate with you, Pen. What I'm trying to just throw out there is the dude tore his Achilles at 26.
7 games.
Am I delusional to think that he can come back and still be that same athlete? We've seen dudes come off ACLs, and I know ACLs and Achilles is a little different, but we've seen dudes come off ACLs just as athletic. He's still
more
in
athletic.
His physical prime.
I could win the Powerball today. I could win the Powerball today. Doesn't mean I should.
Physical prime.
And Ron, that was back in the day.
I could,
Amari
but you're
Stoudemire
saying
tore his
could.
ACL and came back jumping higher.
I'm not debating or betting whether he will. I'm just saying, like, I don't
what are we
think
doing
that
here?
what I'm saying is
realistic outcomes here.
A realistic outcome is that he can come back just as athletic.
The problem that I'm having with you dudes is
a median outcome is not that he is washed. A median outcome is not that he is exactly the same. I think that a realistic outlook on Jayson Tatum is that as follows. I believe that there is going to be a slight regression in terms of the types of matchups he can handle defensively. This is a guy who can guard 1 through 4, 1 through 5, and I don't think he's going to be able to guard ones for the first little bit. Maybe he'll get back there someday as he trusts his body a little bit more. I don't think he's going to be guarding ones right now. He's 6'9".
I agree.
Let's be unrealistic.
I agree with that, Pin.
Okay,
I agree with that, Pin.
Absolutely. Thank you. Number 2, I think the playmaking progression that we saw from him last year is going to be his best friend, because right now he can still do that, right? He can still be a good finisher. The touch doesn't go away because you got an Achilles toe. The touch doesn't go away. The explosiveness goes away. So being able to beat a guy off the dribble, go downhill, maybe a little bit of that go away. But you know what? This is a great time for Jayson Tatum to evolve his game, become a better jump shooter, become a better pull-up jump shooter, work on the box a little bit more. Take notes from Kevin Durant. Take notes from Kobe.
I could do all of this stuff in the summertime. I could do all of this stuff when the season is over.
All of this. Wait a minute, because the one thing about because I was listening to y'all before I got on, and y'all need to stop the. Y'all need to stop.
Listening?
Yeah, I was listening while I was checking in and everything like that.
Okay.
Y'all need to stop with this Kevin Durant comparison. I am concerned about Jayson Tatum coming off this Achilles injury because if you do compare it to KD was a better athlete pre-tearing the Achilles for both. He was a better athlete. He was bigger. I think his first step was still better. I think he was faster. I think he was quicker. He was a better athlete than Jayson Tatum pre-tearing his Achilles.
Was he as strong as JT?
No.
Probably not that, but everything else. I mean,
was he as explosive?
But that matters. No, real talk.
Hold on.
That matters.
That does matter. I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but also what Kevin Durant is pre and post Achilles is one of the greatest jump shooters of all time. Jayson Tatum, for the past, I don't know how many years now we're going on, has been a mediocre at best to below average mid-range shooter. Like that. That is him now. And he's also been bad at off the dribble threes, which is a shot that he wants to shoot a lot. And if he's coming back off an Achilles injury, where I think, even though to me, Jayson Tatum is like, even pre-Achilles tear was a really good athlete, but he wasn't like an S-tier athlete. So now he's going to be a little less quick, right? Which means he's going to have to take even more jump shots probably, which he's not hitting at any kind of good clip consistently. So I am worried about this affecting Jayson Tatum, like seriously. I'm concerned.
The reason why I'm so apprehensive, Penn, is because everything that you just said. Okay, I'm going to be able to process the floor a lot better. Why? Because I probably don't run as fast as I used to. Right now, I can. And in addition to me being able to process the floor, I've been on the sideline, so I can see the game. I've studied the game a little bit more now because I've been on the sideline, and now I understand the game a little bit better. My passing may improve. All of that stuff in terms of ball handling, in terms of understanding offense, all of that stuff. But a lot of the reason of why I'm as awesome as I am, a top 5 player in the league, was because of my ability to get by guys, my ability to jump over guys, my ability to get guys off me as an offensive player, as a defensive player, my ability to stand guys up when they try to get by me, my ability to rebound. All of that stuff is being hampered now because I had a season-ending injury. And for me to get back to that, I'm going to need time. There's no reason, to Ron's point, there's no reason why I can't get back to that, especially considering I'm as young as I am. But if you want to throw me back in the lineup, considering what the Boston Celtics are, you're going to expect that. And you ain't going to expect that, Ron, in 2 months, in 3 months. You're going to expect that right now because we don't have time. Chill? Because because what you just said, Ox, the Boston Celtics are the number 2 seed in the East. They're trying to win the NBA championship.
Without him.
Right. So when I get back in the lineup, you're going to ask me
to be
had his
best season last year.
I just think, I'm not. All I want you to do is just come back and just be better than most. You know what? And you know what, Chill? As a matter of fact, okay, that's perfect. Because before we moved on, I wanted to say this, Ron. I wanted to ask all this. Look, can we? You're right, real talk. Can we keep Kevin Durant out of this for a second? Let's talk about Jayson Tatum, and let's remember where Jayson Tatum was, and let's maybe choose a player that we think he might for these next couple months he might regress to. Like, what level of player are we talking about that we think Jayson Tatum can come back with? Because we've already established that we think he'll lose a little burst. We've established that he'll lose a little lift. We've established that he might need to play more in the mid-range, more on the block. Who is a player in the NBA that we think Jayson Tatum could possibly regress to? Let's call it late March, early April. Who is that? Tobias Harris?
Can he regress? Can he regress from an All NBA performer to like an All-Star level?
Chris Middleton is a really smart.
Rui Hachimura, like where are we at?
No, he'll probably. Ironically enough, he'll
you
probably.
Can tell one hand he's
better than Rui. Is probably what he's going to regress. He's probably going to regress to a Jaylen Brown level player.
Oh well, come on in. It's up. He got better. Is that what you said?
Better is crazy. He's getting worse.
I think
Jaylen Brown.
Oh Lord.
If I was to summarize,
Keegan Murray, like where are we at? Can I get some names? Where are we? Are we at Tobias Harris, Chris Middleton, Keegan Murray, Rui Hachimura,
he is
Paolo.
He could have tore both Achilles. He's still clearing them.
Give me a name, Ron.
Damian, who are you thinking? Because Damian had a
Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes.
No, stop disrespecting Jayson Tatum. Hold on, right quick. Because Damian was about to talk. Go ahead, Damian. What you got?
I was going to say that. I mean, if we're going names, like, can he be like
PJ Washington?
I don't know, Pascal. I don't know. But what I'm hearing is like we're summarizing. In summary, I think that we all have the question on, can you still be productive if your game looks different? And I think you all make great points where the playmaking is going to have to dial up. The jump shooting efficiency is going to have to be dialed up. He might not be able to guard on the perimeter, but can you be a great post defender? Can you be really good as a team defender? Can you still rebound at a high clip? These are all the questions that he's going to have to answer if we're all accepting that his game may look slightly different. The finesse may have to dial up, but real talk, to your point, is he the type of guy where finesse comes naturally? That would be my question. Can he get to a place where he is touching like a Kevin Durant type jump shot? I don't know if that's in him, but I also don't want to discount him still being productive if his game looks different, because he was that good pre-injury. So that's where I'm at with it.
Well, Dame, to compound your point, we talked about Kevin Durant still being super sharp when he came back from injury in terms of a jump shooter. But a lot of stuff that he was doing was compensating, which actually aggravated other things. Don't forget, KD, when he came back from injury, he missed half the season because of a hamstring injury. And a lot of that had to do with him not being really as prepared as he would like to have been. So, I mean, with Jayson Tatum, with him now having this Achilles injury, he's going to have to compensate because I'm not really as sharp as I used to be, which can aggravate other injuries and make other things worse. And I just don't want this. I don't want this. I'm not as concerned about him re-tearing it. I'm not as concerned about that as I am other things. Because with him re-tearing his Achilles, that could drive me crazy. So I'm trying not to concern myself with that. I'm thinking about the other stuff that's gonna come into play when he gets back. You're talking about being sharp. I ain't played basketball in almost a year, especially at this level. I haven't played basketball in almost a year, and now I'm getting bumped around. Like Ron is telling me that this dude could tear both of his Achilles, and I'm still better than Rui and all of these dudes. Come on, Ron.
You playing scared. Chill. Stop playing scared. You're gonna get this.
No, I'm not playing scared. Okay, Ox. I broke.
You playing scared.
I know what this shit look like, man. I know what injuries. I know what injuries. I know what happens.
You don't trust modern times.
I'll give you a perfect comparison.
You don't trust the athlete that he is. You don't trust the recovery process. You don't trust. You're not trusting the process. Then chill. It's a reason why he's been rehabbing this whole time. It's a reason why he's in the G League. It's a reason why
there's a timeline too, Ron. With all of the stuff that you're saying, there's a reason why there's a timeline too.
I'll show up this brother and listen to this. Chill. You putting some negative thoughts in his head right now.
Hey, but chill. Not everybody's timeline is the same. We've already established that not everybody's timeline is the same. But also, no, chill. This is another thing that I just have to say. His trainers, his medical staff, his coaches, his environment that he's in is much more elevated than anybody that's ever torn their Achilles. Based on what we know. This is the most elevated than medical treatment, staff, advancements, all of that has ever been. This is the most knowledge that they've ever had about an Achilles up until this point right now. So what I'm saying is, are we not trusting the process of what's being told to him, what's happening, what the rehabilitation process?
But why not just still sit out the? This is the problem. Number one, I do think obviously medicine has gotten better. I also think that Jayson Tatum got quite lucky, if there's a thing, because when he tore his Achilles, the person that all of the NBA players allegedly go to have the surgery is somewhere in New York. He tore it in New York, so there was no flight that he had to catch. He didn't have to
got it done
wait
that
till
night.
the next day. He got it done that night. So I'm sure there's some advantages to that as well. However, the reason why, at least for myself, I've been like, Jayson Tatum, just sit out the whole year. It's not only just because he's had such a career-altering injury like the Achilles injury. He's played a lot of basketball. The Jayson Tatum, prior to going down this season, I'm pretty sure when you look at like total minutes played in the 2020s, he was amongst the top of that list because the Celtics were making deep playoff run after deep playoff run after deep playoff run after deep playoff run, and he's been such a healthy player in his career. Jaylen Brown usually misses a chunk amount of games in a season. Jayson Tatum does not. Jayson Tatum plays 70 plus games year after year after year after year after year, and that gets to adding up. And so if you have an opportunity to just go ahead, I don't think this Boston team can compete for a championship this year. We may disagree there. I don't think they can compete for a championship, because even if they come out the East, I don't think this team is good enough to beat the top teams in the West. So just sit them out, give them a year's time, right? And just come back next year when you're going to have an off season where you're going to revamp your roster. Jayson Tatum will have that whole year off and come back. You'll get to integrate yourself in the off season with Vucevic, if he's still there, and some other new teammates, and then just get to rolling that way. This year,
why you say if he's still there? Real talk. What's up? What's going on with him? It's contract.
I'm just saying. I don't know. Brad Stevens he's expiring, and Brad Stevens
they got big Vooch, man. That changes the game. Real talk. They got a real center now. I know that y'all not hiring him.
Which we're gonna have next year, by the way. We're gonna have him next year
real
too.
Talk, I said they might not.
We got to respect.
No reason why we can't bring him back. We can get him.
I'm
back.
telling y'all. See, I've been trying to tell y'all for about 2 or 3 seasons now, man. Big Vooch is a problem. I don't know why y'all so low on that, brother.
I'm not. I think he's great for what they're doing in
Boston. Nehemiah Keita, yo,
he's perfect. Yeah,
I like Keita.
Defensively,
he's awesome.
Keita's still. Keita is still.
It's the NBA, damn you. We don't got to play defense.
Project. Chill. What are you watching? Project. He ain't on project.
He's getting better. He's definitely getting better. Better rebounder, better rim protector.
20 centers in the league better than Nehemiah Keita this year. And please don't start that list with DeAndre Ayton.
Penn, did you just say 20 centers?
So if there's not 20 centers,
so he's better. He's better than DeAndre Ayton, Penn.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
No, he's not. So
yeah, he is.
I like Keita.
No, let us know, chat. Let us know.
He might be.
No. You know what? You asked a great question. You asked a great question. You said, we were talking about who could he become, right? We threw out some names. We threw out Chris Middleton. So that's not inspiring a lot of confidence. Let me give you a name that will inspire some confidence that I think actually makes sense. And if you look at their careers, nope. It's going to make a lot of And Ox, this is one of your favorite players.
Talk to me, Penn. I think we see an eye to eye, Penn. Talk to me.
I'm gonna give you a player whose game was never built on Twitch.
Talk to me.
He was a little bit slower.
Talk to me.
He made some big shots.
Oh yeah.
I know exactly.
He made some big shots. He used to don the Celtics green. He made big shot after big shot. He was a pesky ass defender. No one ever mistook him for a great athlete, but he made it work. You know why? Big shoulder, bump, step back. Not a great shooter, but he made them when they count. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, Jayson Tatum's going to be fine. I
can see that.
And Ox, you were spitting on that thing. Let's not put out this energy on Jayson Tatum, yo. What's the best way? What's the best way to lose the hot date? Try too hard. Don't try too hard. Don't try too hard to make the outcome. Don't try too hard to make the outcome. The best way to lose something is to chase it too hard. We don't want. Honestly, I hope all of us up here are praying that Jayson Tatum makes a good recovery. I don't think any of us are going to be on pins and needles, lighting, candles for Jayson Tatum the way Chill is. But I think that most of us want him to make a successful recovery because the league is better when Jayson Tatum is playing basketball. So let's not put this shit about could he get re-injured? Because now we're just going to get into his head. Okay, I feel like too much of this shit. These guys all scrolling social media. Now we got a viral clip. Will Jayson Tatum injure his second Achilles? Now he's thinking about it. I think the most important thing for Jayson Tatum right now is to just feel confident. And that's what the G League reps are for. Feel confident, start to trust your body. I'm watching Brandon Ingram right now in Toronto, and he's still working through all the injuries that he's gone through. And he talks about it every day. He's like, there's a process of 40, 50, 60 games where you're just trying to, can I make that step? Can I still make that step that I used to make? KD's talked about it. Kobe's talked about it. They've all talked about it. This is not going to happen right away. But Chill, there is a world in which there is another Hall of Fame career after this moment. There is a world in which he just changes elements of his game, and you get a 6'9" tough shot maker who's not as bursty, but maybe a little bit stronger. Maybe not as dominant at the rim, but maybe a better shooter. There's a pathway to All NBA. This was the fourth. He was fourth in MVP voting last year. Fourth. 7th in MVP voting next year ain't going to be so bad.
I'm saying, but Penn, in order to get back to that, right? In order to get back to that, there has to be a mentality that I have as a player. He had that pre-injury, so now we're in post-injury. In order for me to get back to that, I gotta feel, not just physically, but mentally, like I did back then. Like, it's not one of you dudes out here that can see me. I'm better than all of you guys. Now, he didn't have a hamstring injury. He didn't break his foot, which is, a 6-week injury. He had a season-ending injury. These things used to be death sentences. Ron, I understand the logic. That we have modern medicine today. But to Real Talk's point, since 2020, he's been in the top 10 in the league in minutes. Since 20, and that's not including the playoffs. But since 2020, he's been in the top 10 in the league in minutes. That means he plays almost every night, and he's playing a bunch of minutes. That kind of wear and tear on you, he's not going to come back and only play 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That's not what you guys are expecting. You guys are expecting Jayson Tatum. You know why? Because it's Jayson Tatum, Ron. That's what you're expecting. You're not expecting
that's the beauty of this whole thing, though.
No, it's not.
They're gonna have to ease him back into the lineup. Everybody when they come back,
got Jayson Tatum back. We're going back to the finals. How are we getting to the finals if Jayson Tatum is only playing 10 minutes? If Jayson Tatum is only playing 15 minutes?
Exactly.
They're already number 2 in the East. They're number 2 in the East without him.
The finals don't start until
y'all
June.
do realize that, right? They're second.
What is it? But what is that seeding can be so misleading. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they're the number 2 seed in the East.
What's misleading about them winning more than everybody else?
I don't personally think they're one of the 2 best teams in the East.
Nothing misleading about the fact that they're winning games.
They're not one of the 2 best teams in the East.
Who are
there's nothing misleading about the fact that
they're not better than Detroit. They're not.
Who's the second team? They're not
factually the second best team in the East. They are factually that.
By record. I'm talking about the team. Last year. This will be the problem. But that doesn't mean that they're the second best team.
Okay, so real talk. Okay, so they're the third best team in the East without him. Okay,
right, but look, if you're the third best team in the East, and again, to win a championship, you have to beat the team that comes out of the West.
Yes, that's one team. They don't got to play the whole West.
But you're not even better than like East. 3 teams in the West.
Yeah. Hey, I heard this about the Pacers last year.
It don't matter how many teams in the West they're not better than. They would only have to play one. They would only have to play one. See, y'all just too dramatic and negative for me. I don't know what's up with y'all. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. Be optimistic. What's wrong? What's wrong with you niggas, man?
The sun is shining. The water's running. The hose is chirping. What y'all mad for?
Ron, real quick.
Wait, Damien. It's sundress weather out here, man. Y'all be happy. What's wrong with y'all?
Real talk. You have adopted analytics into your vernacular. I hear you talk about analytics a lot, but here's some analytics on the Boston Celtics, who you say don't have a chance against the West, not a top 2 team in the East. They are number 4 in the league in terms of SRS and number 3 in the league in terms of net rating. This is the second best offense in the NBA, not the second best offense in the East, the second best offense in the NBA, and they are the 10th best defensive rating in the NBA. This is absolutely a top 2 team in the Eastern Conference. I don't know why people don't respect them, but they're really good. They're really good team.
They're not better than the Knicks. They're not better than Detroit. Y'all going off of last year, and sometimes this is what happens when this is how mistakes happen when a team thinks they're closer than what they actually are. Right? This is low-key a problem with Houston, and now they've thrown their timeline all out of whack, adding a 37-year-old superstar. Yep. Last year, the Rockets were the 2nd seed in the West. They were not the second best team in the West, though. They weren't. Denver was clearly better than them. OKC was clearly better than them.
The difference is they didn't have Jaylen Brown. The difference is they didn't have Jaylen Brown.
No, that's one thing, Ox. But I'm
they had who? Tell you the real difference.
Chill and real talk. Let me tell you guys the real difference, and this is what I try to tell you niggas in the summer. Peyton Pritchard is the NBA champion. Derek White is an NBA champion. Jaylen Brown is a Finals MVP, and Joe Mazzulla is a championship level.
So what the hell you rushing me back for then?
Difference.
Why the hell you rushing me back then?
They want another level.
You know what, Chill? You are the difference maker. We're already here. You push us over the top. And
you know
this
what?
is what I'm.
No, but
and this is also just right quick, chill.
Chill, because they already got a little taste of that.
Hold on, right quick, Damien. Just the last thing I want to say. I ain't got too much more to say.
Keep going, Ron.
Jayson Tatum does not have to come back and be 2 years ago Jayson Tatum. He doesn't have to be 28 a night. Jayson Tatum coming back and being a 20-point per game scorer, a guy that can score, that can catch and shoot, a guy that can be a connector, and a guy that can still guard 2 through 4. He makes this team so much more better. He does not have to be first team. All they need is 20 per game from Tatum.
I was thinking more like 14, 15, but 20.
That's the hey. Now, so then you feel me then.
Yes,
that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, but here's the problem.
Comes off the bench, plays against second units, and cooks. Like, that's it. Simple.
Yeah, but here's the problem.
Just make the second team better. That's it.
If the really quickly, Damien, I don't want you to stay. Matter of fact, go ahead, Damien. Go ahead, Damien. I'm sorry.
I was about to say the point Chill is making is that there's a difference between me being able to suit up and me being able to be the guy I was pre-injury. And the problem with this situation is that Jayson Tatum's going to return. The All-Star break's obviously going to give him a little bit more time, but he's not going to be playing competitive games during that period, obviously. They're going to get to the postseason. They're going to have decent seating. Then in the postseason, he's going to be ramped up to 25, 30 minutes. He's going to have probably bad playoff games. The NBA community is going to start killing him, though. And the reason why is because, but the reason why is because, to Chill's point, when your name is Jayson Tatum, there are certain expectations. And Ron, if Jayson Tatum, like you said, is a guy that's supposed to take them over the top, but then he comes back and he doesn't do that, all of a sudden the discourse around him starts to change. And in more ways than one, sometimes that can be worse for him rather than taking the year and then just coming back and ramping yourself up through 82 games instead of ramping yourself up through 30 games, for example.
And to Damien's point,
who cares about that?
Wait.
I think Tatum wants to win, Damien. I don't think he even cares about them.
Damien,
like
chill. Why would y'all care? Why would y'all care about what other people got to say?
Because you do. Don't sit there and say you don't. Because you do. You're a man of the people. You're a man of the people. You're the epitome of caring what people think.
Chill. You come
and caring what people
say.
That's
not what being a man of the people means.
So you don't care about the super chat ox?
That's exactly what it means. You're a man of the people. You speak for the people. What the people think and what the people say. That's number one. Number two, Damien. I could actually handle the backlash. That ain't the issue, because what the backlash is going to do is that's going to fuel me. Or you don't think I still have the goods, or you don't think that I'm still that good. You don't think I can get it done. Okay, I'm going to go get back in the lab, and I'm going to prove that I can get it done. What I don't want to do, because I've seen this movie before and I know how it ends, is I don't want to put him out there when he's not ready and he looks like he's ready and we have this thing happen again. I'm not ready to do that.
Wait, Ron. Before you move on, though, Ron, this is my final point. Last thing I want to say. Chill. If I come off of a season-ending injury and I go out there to help my team and give them everything I have, and if I can only come out there and average 14 and 5 in 18 minutes of basketball, in the news, in the sports writers are saying, "Oh, Jayson Tatum isn't who he used to be," I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, nigga, I know." I know that. If you're a logical human being, a logical basketball player, I know that I'm not what I was last year, and I'm not there yet. That shouldn't make me feel like I'm a bum now. Like, that's just logical. Of course, I'm not what I was before I left.
To everybody out there, I do just want to show the pictures of Jayson Tatum playing for Maine. Are they the Maine Celtics?
Yep.
Okay.
No, they're the Maine Red Claws, ain't they?
Oh, they are the Red Claws, huh?
Yeah, Red Claws.
I call them the Maine Celtics.
Why aren't they the Green Claws?
They are the Maine Celtics. What are y'all doing?
Maybe they changed their name, but because Ron, lobsters aren't green, they're red.
They're actually blue. The reason why they're red is because they boiled.
Yeah, well, you know, we see them when they're red. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But what if in water they're actually green, and then they come out of water and then they're blue?
They're not. I can assure you they're not.
I mean, you know, it is a fictional character, so they could make.
There's nothing fictional about lobsters. Those are real things.
Y'all know it's gonna help them so much.
You know how like Boston's the Red Sox? They could be the Blue Sox. They could be the Green Sox. They could be the Orange Sox. Like, they could call themselves the Green Claws if they wanted to.
Oh my God.
All right, bro.
The Celtics are 30th in pace in the NBA.
Well, they always play with a slow play. I mean, they were 20. Yeah, they won the NBA championship.
That's what I'm saying. That's going to help them. I think that's going to help.
Is this fool practicing or having a photo shoot?
I see Dennis Schroeder in the comments. Yeah.
Big Missoula. Y'all see Jack Cody in the comments? We go as far as JT takes us.
Oh, Jack Cody.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Boy.
The expectations. That's what I'm saying.
Well, Jack Cody's a little different. Yeah, only if you knew, Damien.
That's not just him. Again, if Jayson Tatum does come back, they're going to be like, "Oh, the Celtics can win the championship this year," and I think that's too much expectation.
Well, what happens real talk? What happens to your point? Jayson Tatum comes back. Let's say it's March the 10th. We get Jayson Tatum back in the lineup, and the second game that he's back in the lineup, we get 28, 11, and 6.
It's up, chill. It's up.
That's what's going to happen, man.
Chill. Then I'm gonna come on the panel and then tell you I told you so.
Chill. I've gone from
gonna happen when that happens.
Chill. I've gone from Orlando to New York to Miami, back to New York. But my last one about a month and a half, 2 months ago, I said, okay, the Celtics are winning the East, and I haven't moved off of that spot. And if Jayson Tatum can come back and provide a little bit for that second unit, chill, the Celtics are absolutely winning the East.
Well, first of all, you got an agenda for the Celtics winning because of your man.
Well, but hold on, chill. Hold on. Yes, but chill. I'm not here because I want to push a Jaylen Brown agenda. Jaylen Brown has been balling out. And that's forcing. Jaylen Brown is doing this. I'm not doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? This don't got nothing to do with me. And one, if Jaylen Brown was averaging 18 and playing bad, I wouldn't be like, oh, well, he's still the best. Nah, have y'all seen what he's been doing?
So, you think that Jayson Tatum, if he gets back in the lineup, do you think that this Boston Celtic team wins the East?
I know. I said they win in the East about 7 weeks ago, and I haven't moved off of that spot.
So even before Jayson Tatum gets back in the lineup, I
didn't think Jaylen Brown was going to be, or Jayson Tatum was going to be practicing with the red claws yesterday. I didn't know that was coming, but now that I see that, I'm like, oh, for sure, it's up.
Are we not like living?
And then chill. That was before they got Big Vooch too. Now they got Vooch, and you know I'm all over.
Who cares? They're still not the best team in the East. Are we acting like got to be the best team in the East to win? You don't got to. We're acting like we didn't see them play last year. Jayson Tatum, if he played but still, this is the point. We're acting like, oh, if Jayson Tatum comes back, it's just like surefire. They're the best team in the East. They weren't the best team in the East. They weren't the best team in the East last year when he played, and probably going to be a better player.
What that got to do with the process in China? Who won in the East? Real talk. Who's winning the East?
Sense.
Who's winning the East?
It's going to be either New York or Detroit.
Which one? Stand on something.
Who's
winning?
Them. I don't.
You know you're so definite in what you're saying. Tell me who's winning the East. I don't want to hear all that flip. Oh, it's going to be this team or that team. You know so much.
I know.
Tell me who's winning the East.
I'm definite that it's not going to be the Celtics.
Chill. Did you say Cleveland?
Cleveland.
Oh, hell nah. You was just on Cleveland when I got James Harden.
Whoa.
I'm sick of this shit. I'm getting real sick of tired of this shit right here.
Chill a notch. Just hold on for a second. Let's hold that thought. Because we can.
How you still out? What are you talking about?
To that. Big Ox, hold on right quick. Hold on. Because I need you guys to get just as excited about Splash Sports. If you haven't downloaded this app, what are you doing with your life? Splash Sports is a place where you can, make a nice splash in your bank account. We call it Splash Cash, and you're able to get that by making your picks based on the player projections in whatever sport you like. That could be the NBA. That could be MLB. That could be the NFL. That could be the WNBA. However, what you would do is pick your players based on the player projections that you like. So let's say it's March 26th, and Jayson Tatum's back in the lineup. And let's say his points are 14.5. Well, seeing that it's JT and seeing that, shooting's like riding a bike for Jayson Tatum. You just don't quite lose it. You would probably want to take the more on that. However, he could be on a minutes restriction and he could be coming back a little rusty. So some people might choose to take the less on it. But you guys get the point that I'm making. You'll get a player and you'll get their player projection and you choose more or less based on that player projection. You will do this with anywhere from 2 to 6 players. And once you get it right, The money that you put up will come back into your bank account. And it's as simple as that. So you make sure you download the Splash Sports app by either scanning this QR code on the screen or clicking the link in the bio. Download the app. Oh, and by the way, after you do that, Splash Sports will match up to $50 that you put in. So when you put in $50, you'll automatically get another $50 when you use code PLAYER. Oh, and also you'll get 100% boost. So when you do put up that 50 will turn into 100 on the winning side. We'll show you guys how it's done now. It's real simple. It's real easy. And we're going to do it right here, right now. Quick picks with Splash Sports. Let's go ahead and get into it, fellas. We got 2 to 6 picks, and let's put our money where our mouth is.
Let's do it. What we got, y'all? James Harden right here. D. Mitch right here. Alex Sarr, Washington versus Cleveland tonight. We got Atlanta. We got Atlanta versus Charlotte.
Them suspensions came in.
Yeah, let's get to that as soon as we get done with this, though, y'all. Let's.
Ox, can I?
Well, I mean, it's going to impact who's going off for Detroit, right? Missing 2
Who you got? You,
Mr. Ox, can I see Mr. Joel Embiid's line tonight, sir?
Joel Embiid, where are you? Oh, did I miss him?
I'm definitely locking him for that one.
Game time decision against the Knicks.
It's a game time decision. Never mind, Ox. We'll stay off of Joel Embiid.
Okay.
How about, let's see.
Is Kawhi playing?
No,
the Clippers are not playing tonight. No,
the
Clippers are not playing
probably.
tonight. However, can I take a look at Mr. Jaren Jackson's line tonight?
They're going back to back. Who'd you say to? I'm sorry.
Mr. Jaren Jackson. Can I take a look at his line tonight?
Oh,
I think he's out. Is he not?
He's definitely out on the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Let's see what Triple J looks like.
They need to get fined for that shit.
There it goes. Fine. I thought you was all for tanking.
I'm for tanking.
The Clippers don't play tonight. That's why there's no more Leonard 2K guard.
No.
Yeah.
They do. They're going back to back.
They're playing with it again.
Yeah, they're finna get that belt again from us.
I think Laurie is out tonight for
all right,
Utah.
what you want to do, Chill? Let's get through this, y'all.
Those 4.5 rebounds.
Oh,
you know what, Ox?
Yeah.
Them 4.5 rebounds. I'm gonna take them on that. I'm gonna take them on.
Chill, come on.
Yes, sir.
Chill.
I'm gonna take them on that. Yes, sir. I think Jaren Jackson can give me 5 rebounds tonight. Yes, sir.
That's so pitiful. We shouldn't even touch that.
He's gonna get out rebounded by Maxime Renault. Watch.
I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna take them on that.
Absolutely.
All right, Big Ox.
Maxime.
There's a guy. I'm in your city right now. I'm in Portland right now, and there's a guy that's right down the street. I'm going to take the more on him. Yes, 22.5 points. Come on, y'all.
Charlotte is playing Atlanta. Is that the game?
Yep.
Yeah. 22.5.
And they're significant favorites.
Should take that PRA for real. Because what's his PRA? Yeah, just give me the points.
34, yeah. Wait, real talk. You said you wanted Charlotte. Who you want on Charlotte?
Charlotte versus Atlanta. Yeah, that's going to be an up and down, high scoring game. Let me get LaMelo. What's his assist at?
They don't got him.
They ain't got it just by itself.
They got points and assists 30.5, points and rebounds 13.5.
Assist
and rebounds 13.5. It looks like.
That's what I just said.
Yeah,
you said points and rebounds.
Jalen Johnson, the game time decision. Damn.
Yeah.
What's Nikhil's points at?
Let me click on it. Just points 19.5.
Give me the plus points rebounds. What's that? 23.5
points. Yeah, points and rebounds at 23.5. You want more on that?
Yeah, give me more on that.
Damian, Penn, y'all want to get involved?
Give me Scotty Barnes.
What's Kalkbrenner?
Okay, I'll do Kalkbrenner because he's right here, and then I got you, Penn.
What we got for rebounds on Kalkbrenner? Because he's gonna get extended run now.
Oh, they don't got him, but they got points and rebound. 16
points and rebound. Oh.
Yeah, with that big moose there, yeah, absolutely.
9.5 points.
Points, rebounds.
Right,
We'll do points, rebounds.
That's a good pick.
You want to go Scotty.
Let's see here. Points, rebounds, assists against Detroit on the eve of Brandon Ingram being selected as an All-Star.
Pin.
I'm very tempted to go. I'm tempted to go less.
What's your suggestion, Ron?
Never mind.
What is your suggestion? What is your suggestion, Mr. Ron?
Nothing.
I feel like you are trying to nudge me in the direction of less. Is that what you're trying to do? All right, go ahead. Let's go less, Scotty.
Yes, Scotty is a Lester.
PRA?
Yeah.
Less?
Yeah.
All right.
Pin, this is so uncharacteristic of you.
Yeah, I said new year, new me.
All right. This is how we rocking today. Do we got any player boost?
We got Well Wednesdays.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that 50% boost for that Well Wednesday. Yeah, Free Willy Wednesdays. All right, this is what we looking at, y'all. We got Jaren Jackson Jr.'s no rebounding ass getting more than 4.5 rebounds. Come on, Jaren, you could do it. You're 7 foot. Denny Avdia going more than 22.5 points. We got Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 23.5 points in rebounds. We're going more on that. Ryan Kalkbrenner, 16.5 points in rebounds. We'll take the more on that as well. And we can't have a complete slip without somebody going less. And it's going to be the guy from Toronto, Scotty Barnes, 32.5 points, rebounds, assists. We are going less than that. If you like what we're doing, and if you want to make money with us and like us, follow these same exact picks. And we'll see you in the winner's circle. Happy Well Wednesday. All right, fellas. We got some super chats, but before we do that, you guys make sure you're liking the video, make sure you're subscribing, make sure you're going crazy in the super chats because that helps the show. It makes the show better. It helps the platform, but also you like the show, so subscribe to the show. One more thing too. We won't be streaming tomorrow because we'll be on our way to LA for All-Star Weekend 2026. So you guys just prepare yourself for Friday because it's going to be.
Y'all could do without us for one day. You'll live. You'll be fine for one day.
I don't like that.
You'll be all right.
I don't like this.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right for one day. It's like your mother, Ox, when she told you that you're in the house. You can keep your ass in the house. Don't let nobody in here.
We can't find no replacements, Ron.
You'll be right here. You'll be right here. You'll be right. I'll be home at 7. So keep your ass in the house.
Last year, Ron called in some. Called in a couple fellas, and we kept it.
We called in the Red Claws. We called in the Boston Red Claws, and
it's crazy.
Hey, well,
that was actually a fire.
We was here on Christmas, chill. We could take it down.
We 100% was here on Christmas and New Year's.
I don't know. My bad, Joe. I just be podding, so
Yeah, well, tomorrow we're gonna be flying.
And I don't know if
you're gonna be flying.
I don't know if I'm loving. I don't know if I'm loving Ox labeling me with the negative Ned attitude. I'm not a negative Ned.
Not for this, but earlier today you was a little negative.
Definitely a glass half full type of dude. Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
That's a little bit up about my man.
That's why that just took me aback. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well keep it positive.
Ron, PCB killing their best ideas. Y'all know I'm not traveling to All-Star Weekend. You could have set up a
Penn host.
You could have had a first episode of Penn versus Chat or Penn versus the World, where we just bring up a call. You got an issue with me? You just call in. I'll let you in one at a time.
We've done that before. It didn't fare too well for that guy. Hey, Pin, we value you as an asset.
Who was it?
Hey, if he can't survive Pin,
Voldemort.
With all due respect,
y'all did that with Voldemort. Okay, well,
that gets heavy.
Bro, I do calling shows every single day.
If the plane's Wi-Fi,
you remember I hosted that one episode. I called JD right after. I said, bro, I ain't doing that though, boy. No, sir. No, sir.
Yo, look at the chat. Pen, I don't want you to cry. We don't want to hear. Come on, man. All right.
Yo, but once again, we will not be streaming tomorrow, but we will see you guys on Friday. Make sure you are here on time because you are not going to want to miss this episode of epic proportions. We got guests. We got fire topics. We will be in person, and somebody might get choked out, strangled, beat up. You never know what happens in a live show, but I just know it's going to be crazy. Also, one more thing, too. Speaking of live shows, I told you guys I'm in Portland, but we're going to be back in Portland April 10th, the full panel. And we won't just be here to do a live show, which you guys will be able to pull up to, watch us live and in the flesh, and do a meet and greet with us. We will also be watching the Blazers game afterwards versus the Clippers. So we'll get to see Denny Avdia match up against Kawhi Leonard. And, you know, both of these teams are in the play-in right now. So this game will more than likely mean something. It'll be a meaningful game. However, after that, we'll do a post-game fan experience where we're all going to Blazers court and we'll be shooting for something. We'll be playing for something. There will be exclusive prizes for everybody that pulls up. So, once again, you can get your tickets to this show by visiting the link in the bio. When you buy the ticket to the game, you get to come to the show for free, and everything else is all inclusive. So come pull up to Portland with the panel. Get your tickets right now because it's one night, one arena, and you don't want to miss it. Live at the Motor Center, the panel will be in effect. We'll see you guys there. All right, fellas.
Portland super.
We got super chats. Oh, yes, it's going to be a hell of a time, chill. Oh, after parties, all of that good stuff. Mm-hmm. Hey. You don't want to miss it. I'm telling you.
Look at Ron. Look at Ron. Look at us. Look at us. Look at us. Look at them. Two troublemakers, man.
If I leave Portland, I'm coming for vacation. If I leave on probation, talk to these two dudes. Talk to these two dudes right here. I'm just saying. Yes, sir. Don't talk to me.
You might leave LA on probation.
I'm just saying. Talk to this dude and talk to this dude. Don't talk to me.
Not me.
Well, all right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into these super chats. Worldwide Mace Television, a Hall of Famer, sent through a super chat and said, post-injury Jayson Tatum might become more like KD than he is like Jayson Tatum. More 1 and 2 dribble pull-ups, more post play, and just more efficient player. I'm the Tatum stan of PC, chill. I'm the Tatum stan of PC. Chill is a mile behind in second place.
That's fine. I'm not gonna fight with you. I'm not. You're the man. Absolutely, brother. You got it.
I do think that's a good point, though. I think this might cause Jayson Tatum to do a little less playing with the basketball on the perimeter, just kind of more getting to it, 1-2 pull up. You know, I can see that.
If this happened like 23 forward, I could see the vision. You know what I'm saying? That's to me when he was a more fluid player, and a better jump shooter, pull-up jump shooter. But these last 2 years, it's been rough as a shooter for Tatum, man. It's been rough.
Can I respond really quickly? E-word, because E-word is one of them people. So we need to hear his take. So when I said I was out on Cleveland, I said I was out on them doing what? What did I have them doing before the season started?
Winning the championship.
Okay, so if they're in the NBA championship, that doesn't mean that I'm still not out. That doesn't mean that. Just because they're in the NBA finals does not mean that I'm not still out. I didn't say that I got them winning the NBA championship. No. Just because they're in the NBA championship, that doesn't mean that I'm not out. Focus. You the dude that just want to fight and you end up getting punched in the face because you leading with your face.
Is this because you don't think that James Harden could possibly last 4 rounds without completely collapsing?
That's exactly why, Penn. That's
so
why.
That's a smart bet.
Why would it take that long? Why not him crumble against Detroit? Why not him crumble against the Raptors?
Maybe
why not him crumble
he
against
will.
Boston?
Maybe he could.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
Why is it that you got Cleveland winning it all? They get Jayson Tatum. They get James Harden, and you're out on them winning the championship, but you still got them going to the championship?
Well, first of all, you and I had a conversation months ago that we were talking about this Eastern Conference. This is one of the first times where we wouldn't be surprised if the 5th seed came out the East, if the 6th seed came out the East. So it's not ridiculous for me to think that just like Detroit, just like the Celtics, just like the Knicks, just like the Cavs, I wouldn't be surprised if Toronto was in the East Finals. That wouldn't bug me out. That would not bug me out if Toronto ended up in the East Finals.
Now you
not at all. That would not bug me out. Now Toronto winning the NBA championship, I'd be blown away if they did that. I would be blown away if they did that. We're talking about the Eastern Conference the way we are talking about it this season, about how wide open it is. It's a lot closer in terms of teams and in terms of how good each of these teams are. With that being said, I'm out on them winning the whole thing because I'm just not sure that I'm because of James Harden.
Because the better playoff player replaced the worst playoff player.
Yep.
So now you're worried about them in the playoffs. It's
still
the logic still doesn't really logic. In all
the reason why it doesn't is because the reason why it doesn't, and I think it's crazy that y'all even saying this, because again, he is replacing a better player. No question about that. They are a better team. But there's too much evidence that I've seen from him that at some point.
But I'm saying, what was your evidence in believing that Darius Garland would be good enough? That's my question.
My issue, my logic with Darius Garland was that he was younger. I hadn't seen it as much as I seen it with Jason. With I keep saying Jayson Tatum because we were talking about Jayson Tatum. I'm sorry, I hadn't seen it as much. There was more room for improvement, and I felt like at some point maybe we could get there with him. The injuries have mounted, no question about that, but at some point we can definitely get there. With James Harden, I had seen so many different times where it had collapsed. There's no reason for me to think it's not going to happen again. None.
That's a fair point.
I don't understand why
pushing back on that. Like James Harden versus Darius Garland is one guy is a new tenant who missed rent once. The other guy has missed rent 85 times in a row. Well, you can set a clock by him missing rent. So it's not to hate on James Harden, but James Harden falling apart in the playoffs is a very fair point.
James Harden has also shown up multiple times.
Yes, he has. 100%.
Has he not cratered consistently as series have gone on? Have we not seen a consistent lack of showing up in game 6s and game 7s? Have we not seen that? Have we not seen unpredictable flat lines from him? Yeah, we have. Let's not be nasty.
Sure we have, crazy. But I mean,
hit it real talk.
In comparison to Darius Garland.
I'm about to step in because we have other things to talk about today. We have Harden debates all the time. We all know where this is going to go. Harden has a long history and a long career that we can all look back on. However, I do want to get to this next super chat, and we have other topics once again that I gotta get around to. Eric Espinoza said, "What up, fellas? Can my guy Carter Bryant get some love lately? Because this guy is really coming into his own each game he goes into, and in my opinion, I can see Carter Bryant transform himself into another OG and an OB. Go Spurs, go."
Well, we had a conversation.
Did you send that in?
I'm sorry.
Pardon?
Did you send that one in, Ben?
No, man, I'm not sending $10 to do that shit. Although I wish I had. Everybody want to know what's going to happen if my Carter Bryant take doesn't age well. I guess we'll never know. Okay, Carter's going to be great. I'm going to tell y'all, I'm rooting for this guy. Like, as much as I root for Scotty, as much as I root for AJ, Carter right there for me. Like, there are things that I celebrate in players. I like guys with motor. I like guys who play hard, play for their team, work hard, are humble, come into practice every single day and say, "Coach, how can I make this team better?" They don't care about stats. They don't care about looking pretty. They don't care about stat padding. They don't grift. They play ethical hoops. They guard 1 through 5. And anything that my team needs from me, I got you. Coach, you need me to guard 4? I got you. Coach, you need me to guard 94 feet? I got you. I like those types of players. And this is a 5-star recruit. And every single player I'm talking about is 5-star recruit, but they all got that in common. And I'm sure at some point we're going to talk about AJ DeBonsa tonight. That dude played 40 minutes yesterday. Why? Because his team needed him. And I'm just saying, like, Carter is that dude, man. Like I think a lot of people slept on him. I remember when I first brought him up on PC and I told Chill, I'm like, Chill, this guy,
I was raving about him over the summer when I seen him in the summer league. I was raving about this kid. Absolutely, I love him.
Last year in the draft cycle, when he was third, I think he was 30th on most boards. I was like, why is this guy 30th? And I looked at the stats and I'm like, okay, I understand that. I went back and I watched every single possession he played, and I'm just like, I see it. It's a Peyton Watson thing all over again. It's a Dyson.
Do y'all think that he's a better defensive prospect than Ryan Dunn?
Yes, I do.
I do.
I do. I mean, he's so freakishly athletic, yo. Like the fluidity with which he moves around the court. I mean, this is a guy who can get almost to the top of the backboard, right? Y'all gonna see something at the dunk contest for sure. I'm really hoping that he puts the world on notice there. But a lot of people clowning it, you know. But the Spurs have been patient with him. He has really good people around him. His dad, I've mentioned this before. His dad coached Kawhi Leonard in high school. He's grown up around the game. He's grown up around the greats. And, you know, this is a guy who's idolized Kawhi his whole life. He's wearing the right uniform.
I just love guys that are in places that they don't really know what they're doing, but they're there, and we could teach them that other stuff. And I feel like that's who he is. He's one of them dudes. I was in the wrong spot in the passing lane, but I was there. Okay, and now I can learn which other spot to be in. I was in the wrong position to get a rebound, but I was there. But next time I'll definitely be in that position. And on top of that, he doesn't strike me as a ditz. He's not one of them type of dudes. He looks like a quick study. Like he'll figure it out.
The game's still slowing down for him right now. You can still see a couple times where he'll pick up his dribble. As you see that with AJ too.
Yep.
Right? Where he pick up his dribble and he's like, I don't really know what to do with it right now. My brain just freezing right now. Sometimes
I don't know. I just got the job, Pen.
Exactly. And there's still that, like, there's still that little bit of, like, I call it transitional buffering with players. When we're going from defense to offense, oh, now we're going to defense. Oh, now we're going to offense. Some players have a very seamless transition between the two. Some players adjust on the fly. That's the Luka effect. That's Jokic. That's Shea. These guys, the game is slowed down. When the game slows down for Carter, now the athleticism is going to pop even more, because I'm sure that y'all know this as much better athletes than I was. When you're sure, you move quicker. So all that quickness advantage comes even faster when you're sure of what you're doing. When he's had a couple of, like, he's a lockdown defender right now. I'm going to say that. When he's had a couple of reps at this, when he's had a couple of times to go at Mikal Bridges, a couple times to guard LaMelo, he's going to get even better at this. And he is an insane film study. And he's also very ambitious. He's insanely ambitious. Like, he has that belief. He's been telling the whole world, I can be one of the greatest players in the league. He's telling the whole world, I'm going to be the second best defender in the league because I ain't going to be better than the 7'5" guy who's my teammate. So, you know, shout outs to Carter. I'm glad that he's finally putting the league on notice. Good luck at the All-Star game, man. Win that dunk trophy.
Word.
Hey, Ron, there was a super chat that you flashed up. It was a $2 one from one of Chill's arch nemesis.
Hold on.
Hey, I just want y'all to know this ends that debate that we were having, because Buddy said that Chill was right. And so that right there ends the debate. When do we see that? When do we see that?
When has
if
Buddy
is
right?
saying that Chill is right, we got to be right.
But Buddy is always wrong. So Chill, this is a good this is a good reason to reevaluate your choices in life, my friend, because this dude being on, you know, sometimes when you know that a dude is always wrong and then he'd be like, I agree with you, you'd be like, shit, I might be tripping. What are you doing, Ron?
Now I'm second guessing myself, like, wait a minute, am I right?
There you go. See, that's what I'm saying, right?
If he agreeing with me, am I right? Maybe I'm on the wrrong side. This might be some espionage type.
I don't know. This is a little fishy.
Hey, Damien, but, did you hear? I'll wait till after the crunch time chats. Go ahead, Ron.
The next super chat is from Dub Ball Out Highlights. Speaking of which, Dub Ball Out Highlights said Real Talk and Penn on the same episode. Oh yeah, this finna be a movie. Also, Chill, do you recommend moving to Union City / West New Jersey? Also, I want Tatum to just sit out. Let Jaylen Brown run the show.
Ron, you trying to put people on the screen side by side, trying to force conflict. What is wrong with you, yo?
The super chat addressed
you trying to create
the
a
super
divide?
chat. I didn't.
And there is no divide. Why are you trying to create controversy, yo?
Unlike you sending through the Carter Bryant super chat, I didn't send this through. This was from Dub Baller Highlights.
You mean separate like divide?
It's a movie every episode. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
It's a movie every episode.
What about that, Chill? Do you recommend moving there?
Yeah, West Jersey is really nice. West New Jersey is really over in Union City. It's in Hudson County. Really nice over there. It's literally right on the other side. If you like when you see the skyline, right on the other side of that, that's Union City in West New York. Yes.
Frank's saying now get
very nice
out of my state. Yo.
Yeah, very nice over there. Very nice over there. But a little bit pricey, but it's nice.
Get what you pay for.
Yes, sir.
Frank would be at the border of New Jersey right now saying, like, you got papers, sir? Do you got papers? You ain't coming from my state. W, Frank.
Also, I'm running a poll right now, and I'm asking who's going to cook more this episode. Pin, Real Talk, or neither. You guys go vote and then let me know. I know which one I'm going with, but you guys let us know.
This be that forced controversy you're talking about, yo.
Oh my God.
Ron is Don King. That's who Ron
I never said who's going to cook.
Ron is Don King.
The poll does not say who's going to cook who. The poll is saying who's going to cook more.
Ron is Don King every day.
Hey, Chill, that could be you getting cooked. It could be me getting cooked. It could be the chat getting cooked. I'm just asking who's going to get off more. But let's get off the controversy. You're right, Pin. Let's move on to the next super chat. And this is actually what I really want to get into. Elton C. 8999 sent through a super chat and said, I got a bone to pick with Pin. What's up with you reporting false information on Beef Stew getting 28 games? He got 7. As Ron would say, hater. Honestly, all love to the panel.
It was satire. It was. Yes. That's all it was. It was a joke.
Elton.
Yeah, it was a joke.
The issue you have is not with me. It is with whoever the hell taught you how to read. Okay, because if you didn't get through one paragraph of that and be like, damn, this is clearly not serious.
It was a joke.
I even added in the Buddhist monk shit. Come on, man.
I think I had him at 10 games yesterday. When
people did think he was going to get a hefty one, but
yeah, I thought it was 10 games. Yeah,
I actually like that they didn't, suspend him for the rest of the season or anything like that. Hey, man, bring back a little fight in the NBA. Also, just very quickly, I want to walk back something that I said yesterday.
Hold on, real talk.
Okay.
Before we get there, we'll get right there. But since we're already here on these suspensions, let's stick right here for a second. These are the suspensions that have been issued out. We have Isaiah Stewart will be out for 7 games. Miles Bridges will be out for 4 games. Musa Diabute will be out for 4 games. And Jalen Duren only 2 games. Are these fair suspensions for everybody?
No, Jalen Duren should have got more. He started the whole thing.
There you go.
He started this doesn't happen without him. He threw rocks and put his hands in his pants. He put his hands in his pocket, So not in his pants. I apologize. He put his hands in his pocket.
Well, I mean, put your hands in your
plausible
pocket.
It's still putting in
history, okay?
Yes, he put his hands in his pocket. He started the whole thing. I said the same, Ron. I said the same thing about the Malice in the Palace. The problem with Ron Artest should have got more. Ben Wallace started the whole thing. He started the whole thing. This thing doesn't happen without Ben Wallace. So yeah, I'm good.
Honestly, I blame Ron for saying Diabute. I think that started the whole thing. This is easily been the most. It's Diabate. Yeah, it's Diabate.
Pin. I know his family. It's Diabute.
Are you for it?
He doesn't. He's just.
Or am I not catching your joke?
Hey, real talk. You see why I'm swinging on this dude when I see him?
Yeah.
You see what I'm talking about? Yeah. I'm straight swinging on this dude when I see him.
Look how easy he lies.
I'm straight swinging on him.
Okay, so you guys know my affiliations. All right. When Musa pull up to an episode, then what?
Straight firing on this dude when I see him. Wait till I see him. It's on and cracking on sight.
Shout out my man Diabute though. But
I just want to ask real quick, Damien, did you see Nick Wright's suggestion on how to fix the All-Star game? I don't think that's a bad move.
What was it?
I didn't actually.
So y'all didn't see this?
I did not see it.
I don't really keep up with Nick Wright.
Well, Nick Wright typically cooks, and he did it again. He said that what's your problem with Nick Wright? Anyways, regardless.
No, go ahead.
He said that maybe not this year, but in the next few years, that they should be able to fix the All-Star game, but you got to play black players versus white players, and that'll make them compete much harder.
That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. Nick Wright.
Wait. But if the rosters will be crazy though, the rosters will be dope. Well, I mean, that's technically what we're doing right now. They're doing Americans versus the world. What's the difference between Americans versus the world versus black versus white? What's the difference?
There are black people in the world, Ox. I don't know if you ever left the United States.
No, I've never left the United States. My passport has 0 stamps. But what I'm saying is,
the world includes more than white people. You know what I mean?
What I'm saying is,
people in Africa.
Pin, take a deep breath. What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying, either way, who's losing? There's no score. Why you got to
just try to insinuate everyone in the world is white except for America?
Well,
who said that? I did not know. I did not insinuate that. What I'm saying, wait, no, hold on.
Somebody is losing. I'm not
going to get into
this.
Pin
and Real Talk are both losing the poll right now. So
right. So look, what I'm saying is that if we can split people up based on nationality or where you're from, why can't you split people up? You just can't be so sensitive about it. Just don't be so sensitive about it. Not you, Pin. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about people in general. If we can split people up based on where they're from, why can't you split people up on skin tone? What's wrong with that?
The blacks against the whites.
Do I give you like a 200-year lesson on American history? Like, what are you doing?
We're doing. Okay. Yes, Pin, please. You can teach me so much about American history. What I'm saying is, see, Pin. Now you're being sensitive. I wasn't talking about you. I'm just saying, like, if we can split people based on where they're from, we could split them up on skin color. Like, we just got to stop being so sensitive and soft. It's not that big a deal. It would actually be a really good basketball game. You got Luka, Jokic, Nipple, Cooper Flag, Chet, Austin Reeves. Well, this is a squad.
The whites against the blacks. That's what we doing.
Yes, that's a squad. You just got the brown paper bag. Test them.
Yeah.
You go this way.
I'm going to tell you right now, Nick Wright been stupid for a really long time. He tried
first of all, Nick, I believe Nick was just joking about this either way. I'm just joking about this either way. But at the same time, I think it'll be a fun. I think it's just, let's just have a little fun, y'all. We don't gotta. It's not that big a deal. I shouldn't have brought it up. I'm sorry. I should have known. I should have known that this wasn't the place for that type of joke. I'm sorry. My bad, y'all.
There's been some interesting. Suggestions this year on how to fix things.
Hey, Pin, it was
like Chill. You had one. You had a good one.
No, it wasn't satire.
Proceed, Damien. I'm sorry.
Was it satire?
I was saying that.
Were you joking? You were joking.
Am I right? Joking. Damien, as you were saying, Pen. I mean, as you were saying.
I know it would never happen. So yeah, I'm just joking, but it's not. At the same time, even if it was serious, like, relax. It's not that big a deal. The white boys got a squad. They might win.
Damien.
No, I was just saying
you could coach one team, Real Talk coach the other team.
Satire, just so we're clear.
Hey, Real Talk, you coach the brothers. Pin, you coach the whiteys. It'll be fun.
I don't want to coach the whiteys. I don't.
What's happening
I'm trying to win
What's
this
going on around
game, yo.
Golly.
Damien, as you were saying, you were making a point.
Fun,
yo. I apologize, Damien. You're making a point.
I was gonna say there's been some very interesting discourse on how to change some of this, whether it be All-Star weekend or whatever the case is. Chill, you had a good one on All-Star when someone brought that suggestion to you. Richard Jefferson's had a few. He was talking about this tanking thing, how to penalize teams. And I think that's another discussion that's happening right now. How do we fix that? Another one I heard was like, should the people that win the in-season tournament get an extra win on the season as like a sort of unofficial tiebreaker? That was an interesting one. There's been a lot of this stuff, man. So I think it's healthy to talk about, and I don't know if the league will ever go there, Ox, but we're in the experimental stage, so nothing's off the table, man.
Can I make a prediction?
Yes,
Damien, we'll make a prediction. In 2032, by 2030, so 7 years from now,
6 years from now. I'm sorry.
The All-Star game will be exceedingly, at least compared to where it's been over the last 10 years, it will be extremely competitive. I believe over the next 6 to 7 years, we will see a shift as the teams are led by different people with different ideas and perhaps different leadership. I believe that this next generation, led by Victor Wembanyama, does not want to be buddies with anybody. Wemby ain't never been on a banana boat. He don't want to be
Who has?
friends. I ain't putting names to it, but I'm sure
best
you
player
can
to ever
figure it
play has
out.
been on the banana boat. How about that, Ron?
The second best player who's ever
Dwayne
played has
Wade?
been on a
How
banana
do we
boat.
find a way to blame LeBron for
Of course,
everything?
real talk.
Hey,
of course.
I'm trying to tell
because he
you.
didn't do the
I'm
dunk
trying to
contest.
tell
But
you
Ben, you were
that
making a
the
point,
best
Ben.
players
You were
in
making
the
a point,
league,
Ben.
Because he didn't do the
players
dunk
in the league
contest.
dictate the rules
hasn't
of
worked for Giannis,
engagement.
though.
So if the
they
best
do.
player in the
Exactly.
league is Victor
Giannis does it.
Wembanyama or I don't know Anthony Edwards in a couple of years, and those dudes are being dogs, and they're because they don't need any extra motivation. They're always trying to escalate shit. They're always trying to bring it to the personal level. This is what you need. This is what you've been missing. You don't need some diva out there trying to protect his brand and trying to protect his image and trying to, please everybody and trying to be buddy with everybody. No, what you need are killers. And I believe that Wemby don't want to be friends with anybody. And I believe that as people come into Wemby's league and Ant's league and Cade's league, I'm gonna put Scotty in there too. Y'all gonna be mad about it, but I'm gonna put Scotty in there too. This next generation is not soft. This next generation wants to kick each other's ass. And I believe that we are moving in the right direction for the first time since Kobe was in the league. I'm just putting it out there.
I could actually see that. I understand where you're coming from. I can see that there's a lot more in these younger kids. I think they hate each other a little more, which I love.
Who are the younger kids that hate each other?
AJ Devonta and Darren Peterson. You don't see that. You don't see that shit going back.
Well, you got kids.
I don't know if they'll be an all-star game.
That's already in. I'm saying that's already in the league, though. You got.
Yeah, I'm talking about the ones in the league. Yeah,
like Penn said, you got the Wembys, you got the Ants, you got the Cades.
Anthony Edwards is about to sit out the All-Star game.
Yeah, okay, but look. What I'm saying is like you got these type of guys, right? So I understand where you're coming from. My only thing, Penn, is this: if you got three, what I've known about like soft people, soft mentality, soft mindsets, is that if I got 3 killers on the court and I got 7 softies on the court, the softies are going to be looking at them like that's not going to make them compete. They're just going to be looking like, man, they're tripping. That's it. They're just going to stand around and watch them kill each other. Like, oh, they tripping, man. Why y'all going so hard?
Actually,
you're double teaming in an open gym. Oh my god.
Nah, I think influence matters, man. Like I still remember All-Star games where guys guarded each other. Michael wanted to guard Larry. He wanted to guard Magic. He wanted to guard Clyde. He wanted to go at them. He wanted to embarrass them. This shit is missing. This is what sports is supposed to be about. I don't want guys to be shaking hands and laughing with each other and asking about what they're going to be doing at clubs. I want to believe that these guys generally don't like each other. I want to believe that I want to embarrass you by 50. I want to believe that. I mean, for real. I like the guys. Yo, every Pistons team in NBA history is one that I rock with, except for the 16 years where they sucked. Almost all of them. The bad boy Pistons, the 2004 Pistons, and those guys were not trying to be friends with anybody. All my favorite players been like this. Rasheed been like this. Rasheed not trying to be friends with you. Rasheed not just going into Rasheed not taking it serious in the All-Star game, but Rasheed wasn't the best player in the league. But if Rasheed was the best player in the league, it'd be a very different league. I'm trying to tell y'all.
But why
Michael Jordan was the best player in the league. Who did Kobe pattern himself after?
And also competitive? Why are those two things tied together?
No, I'm not saying you got to be like talking shit about each other and trying to challenge each other to fights in the parking lot. I'm just saying when you on the court, compete, guard each other. We say the best players in the league don't guard each other. We say guys are always ducking smoke. We say guys are load managing. We say guys don't play when they're hurt. They're too soft. We say guys don't really want to fight. They're just puffing up their chest. We say a lot of shit. But I'm saying like I'm looking at this new generation like Cooper Flag. I'm looking at Colin Knipple. These guys don't strike me as soft. AJ don't strike me as soft. Wemby don't strike me as soft. There's a lot of guys in this league that are coming up right now that are 20. All
right, Domo. All right, brother. Okay.
What's good?
I don't know what you got going on.
How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing?
I hate this narrative. I really hate this narrative. Number one, trying to put it on like the LeBron generation, when to me they delivered on delivering good All-Star games is crazy. To me,
LeBron's from the old generation. It's not a knock to LeBron.
I wouldn't even be able to say three words before somebody else coming off a mic.
Because
I wouldn't even be able to say 3 words.
They're just ultra-friendly guys.
You're supposed to be a host. You're supposed to be hosting.
Real talk. Because it's not a knock. It's not a knock to these guys. They're just friendly guys. It's really not a knock.
But what?
I didn't bring it up.
You didn't even let me finish what I'm saying.
As you
What
were
I'm saying is,
The dunk
is,
contest got to do with anything.
yeah, the dunk contest is another conversation. We're talking about the All-Star game. We're talking about the All-Star game. We're talking about the All-Star game. And the LeBron generation,
he really got AJ
definitely delivered on delivering good All-Star games. They did. LeBron's generation, the problems that we're having are after them. The new kids are the ones. Man, and
the ones who watch them play.
You said what?
Your influence is in your kids, yo. If your kids are throwing fits at if your kids are throwing shit, if your kids grow up to be psychos, it's probably because you did something stupid.
That's not true.
Okay, no, it's not. Okay, cool.
No. Kids have a mind of their own. People have a mind of their own. They make their own decisions.
To some extent, yeah. But the apple don't fall far from the tree. If you're a crash out, your kid probably gonna be a crash out. They watch you crash out your whole life. They're gonna see you crash out. So I'm trying to say that the influence that you leave is in the next generation. The generation today grew up watching Kobe. Thank God. Okay. Kobe's generation grew up watching Michael. Michael's generation grew up watching Dr. J. This is a generational thing. You're always looking at the guy who's 10, 12 years ahead of you and seeing how do they study? How do they work? How do they carry themselves? I'm sorry. Best player in the league, super athlete in his early 20s, ducking the dunk contest because he don't want to lose because it's bad for his brand because he don't got anything to win from it. Okay. Well, now Anthony Edwards is not in the dunk contest. He should have been.
What this is about.
That's exactly what this is about. Yes.
That's what this is about.
Can I just say? Can I just say because this is a topic that bugs me a little bit.
Kobe was in the dunk contest.
I get this. So was Jordan.
I get like not wanting to be.
And
not wanting to be friends with people. Like I get not wanting to be friends with people, but iron also sharp iron. Like I know that Giannis doesn't want to work out with Steph because he doesn't want to be friends with him and things of that nature. But it actually would have been in Giannis's interest to maybe work out with some of these guys. And I don't know about you guys, but when we talk about not being able to be friendly with people and compete, I don't know about you guys, but I competed the hardest against my friends. Like we have to divorce ourselves from saying these guys can't be good off the court. They can't have fun on the court, but also not be competitive as hell because those two things have to be divorced from each other. We have this narrative, like chill. Magic and Isaiah were kissing before the NBA Finals, man.
That was his man.
Like I don't understand
that was his man.
This happened.
Did they ever play on the same team?
I don't understand where we got this thing where guys can't be friends, but also can't compete their ass off because that's happened.
What about him?
I remember when LeBron went to Miami, Kevin Durant thought that shit was soft.
And then he turned around and did it. Because when the best player in your league can do something, I'm sorry, it becomes normal.
But okay? LeBron was good. LeBron is good in All-Star. Matter of fact, in recent history, LeBron, it's the older generation that still maintains like the essence of the All-Star game. LeBron is the one going out there actually running in transition, throwing the shit off the backboard to go catch it. Like the older ones are the ones maintaining the integrity of the game. It's the younger players. And no, I'm not going to blame LeBron and D Wade and them for the decisions that the younger players are making in the All-Star game. I'm not doing that.
Penn, over the last, I'm gonna ask you a question, Penn. So over the last, let's say since 2010, how many All-Star games have you seen that you can go, yo, this All-Star game was awesome? Because I've seen a bunch of them. 2010, when it was in a football stadium and 100,000 people showed up, that was an awesome All-Star game. The one in 15 in Madison Square Garden with Russell Westbrook when he won the league, when he won the MVP, that was an awesome All-Star game. We've had a bunch of awesome All-Star games. There has not just been one, or these All-Star games have just been bad. When did they get bad, Penn? To your point, when did they get bad?
When people started just not playing defense at all in the fourth quarter. That to me was a big thing. And I'm not denying, chill, that we haven't seen great All-Star games. I think the 2020 was good, 2018 was good. But you remember 2001? Do you remember 1992?
All-Star game. That was great.
You remember 1988?
1993 was a great All-Star game. 2013 was a great All-Star game.
2016, 2009. But you know what? Most of your
those are all LeBron years, by the way. And
but
he
those
just
whoa.
2016 was terrible.
Who
Anthony
is the
Davis scored
leader
like
of the
52
league?
points.
Yo, I don't. I'm not.
Oh, the one in Toronto.
I'm not speaking Spanish, yo. Who is the leader of the league? Who is the person
in 2016?
Yeah, who's the leader of the league? Who's the guy that everybody looks to and says, that's the dude that I'm following? Yeah, go ahead.
In 2016?
Yeah,
LeBron.
Okay, it was
great.
James.
So
Right.
prior to 2016, up until from about 2005, I would say from 2004-ish, 2005 till let me say 2006 to 2015, 2016, most players would tell you that the person they looked up to in the league as that's the dude that I'm following is Kobe, not LeBron. LeBron may have taken it from Kobe afterwards, but let's not be crazy here. When you listen to players today who are 22,
so Pennant, that's true.
24,
Then maybe we should have kept going because he left. Just so you know, he left the All-Star game in 2016. He was still around. It wasn't like he was gone. And these guys in 2016 and 2015, they weren't playing. They were playing. He was still in 2016.
Yeah.
So 10 years later, this generation who was younger should be following Brian. Is that correct?
They are.
So then why the All-Star game so whack then?
Because the league that you are seeing right now is comprised of people who grew up watching LeBron. Kobe has had a resurgence in popularity post his Kobe. The Kobe thing went kind of like a dip, and y'all not hip to it, or y'all just ignoring reality here.
I'm following you.
Okay,
I'm following you.
Kobe Bryant was, let's just say a blip, a really good player, but not a cultural icon influence in like 2003 to 2008. Like there was a gap there where he was on a losing team. There was a scandal and all that stuff. After that, became very beloved because there was a resurgent. Everyone likes, the comeback story. Then, of course, there was the reverence of the career, the greatness, the people like Kyrie came up after him, people who just admired the fact that he had extracted so much value out of his God-given gifts. He wasn't 6'10", 6'9", 6'8".
Sure.
He was a normal-sized basketball player with relatively decent athleticism who had morphed himself to a top 10 player.
He was around when the All-Star game was getting bad. This generation who you say has made the All-Star game bad,
and
these are people
as it shifted away from him as the league shifted from Kobe's. Look, come on, chill. If anyone up here understands what I'm saying, you do. We know.
I can't believe they're up here acting like they don't understand exactly what you're saying.
We had Kareem's league. Did we have Kareem's league? We had a league that was Kareem's league, right?
Crazy.
You horrible.
We watched the games.
We watched Kareem's league.
We watched LeBron and D Wade and Melo and
Kevin Durant.
that generation
deliver
us
great
All-Star games. We saw it.
Man, it ain't never been great All-Star games. It ain't never been Kawhi's league. It ain't never been Harden's league. Okay, there's levels to this shit. It was Jordan's league. Before that, it was Magic's league. Okay, Magic and Bird. Yeah. After that, it was Kobe's league. After that, it was LeBron's league. And LeBron's league sucks. You don't get to walk away when your league sucks. I'm sorry. Load management, all this stuff.
What are you talking about right now?
When you are successful doing something, you will invite copycats. Let's not act like the Mike D'Antoni's sons didn't inspire all the three-point shooting. Let's not act like players not playing defense in the All-Star game and someone sees and be like, oh, he can do it, I can do it. Everybody is trying to mimic success. If you see a dude become successful in your profession, you'd be pretty stupid not to try and mimic
LeBron has been good in All-Star games. He's played them well. So what are you talking about?
Here's the point, and here's you just missing.
No, you're not making a point. You're just yapping.
No, I'm not.
You're just yapping. You've been yapping for the last 10 minutes.
Damo,
you want to
would you like to come and expand on this amazing point that Penn's making?
I just hate the All-Star game conversation because to me it's super disingenuous, because growing up they weren't playing defense like that in the 2000s for the All-Star game.
Thank you.
That like unless it was a close game, no one played defense in the fourth. So I'm not understanding why we have all of these harsh ass feelings for today's All-Star game. Like today's All-Star product is so bad compared to the past. But you go boot up, and I'm gonna say a random year, so please, chat, don't cook me. You go pull up the 05 All-Star game, and it's just self-lives from T-Mac and Vince Carter. Like they still coming down the lane, just having fun, putting on a show. It is for entertainment. I don't unless people go out there with agendas, unless there's like some goal. We've seen competitive All-Star games, cool. And today, back then, but for the most part, at least through my lifetime of engaging in basketball, All-Star games, they don't play hard for real. Why? Because this is a break. All-Star weekend is a break. It's a break. That's all I'm hearing from the All-Star game point of view. From the dunk contest, man, look, everybody not showman dunkers. Okay, LeBron might not be he might suck in a dunk contest. That is possible. Some people suck. All right, some people can't go out there and just put on a show, improvising dunks for a dunk contest. And that may be LeBron. Kobe did it. Cool. Jordan did it. Cool. Everybody's not Kobe and Jordan. LeBron's not Kobe or Jordan. He's more Magic. Did Magic do the dunk contest? No. Did Larry Bird do the
nasty.
He's more Magic.
That's nasty. That's nasty.
He's Magic now.
We just said what was his draft comparison?
That's not disrespectful.
What was his comparison? What was his comparison when he got drafted?
Yeah, but obviously he's a far
it
better
was
athlete.
not an athletic comparison. He's the greatest athlete in NBA history.
If it's
Damo, he's an airborne
league,
player, Damo.
If it's your league, I was just hearing, whoever league it is, blah, 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 is indicative to the All-Star weekend. Okay, it's LeBron's league. He sucks at dunk contests. What is he going to do? Not do the dunk contest. Anthony Edwards, young athletic guy, but if you can't put two moves together in the air, what is the point of me watching you do a tomahawk 8 times?
When's the last time a top 10 player participated in a dunk contest?
Who cares?
Dwight Howard.
Do you want to see dunkers?
Bad it was with Jaylen Brown.
Dunkers? Do you want to see good dunkers or do you want to see names?
Honestly,
they want to see names.
And that's the problem. Y'all go watch the pro dunker. Go do something else. I'm not gonna lie. The dunk contest is not for you. I want to see good dunks. I don't give a damn who does them. It could be G leaguers.
Mac McClung winning dunk contest is good for your NBA.
Is dope though.
Did you not see his dunks? Did you not see his dunks? What's his dunks not amazing?
Yo,
what's his dunks?
Why is it either or though, Damo? Okay. Why can't it like be both?
Because name a top 10 guy that's a showman dunker.
No, we're not doing this shit.
Real talk. Name a top 10 guy that's a showman dunker. Go ahead.
That's a good point.
You keep saying like this.
That's a good point. I think only Ant.
Yeah, but he keeps doing like this showman dunker point. But it does get to like prime LeBron. Hey, when you jump 44 inches into the air, you could probably do some shit while you're up there.
He only does
probably. Could probably figure something out.
None of these dudes are doing anything.
You probably figure something out of it.
Yo, Kador Ziani has done these.
Hey, Anthony Edwards can figure out something to do while he's 43 inches in the air. He can figure something out.
Yeah, real talk. All the great dunks have been done. Like there's just
a better argument.
Like how creative can we really get with this dunk contest that's been going on for 20 plus years? There's not that much that a human body could possibly do in the air that hasn't been done. That's my only thing with the dunk contest. As far as what Damo said, hold on, Pen. As far as what Damo said about the game, I'm forced to agree that we didn't see 4 quarters of hard basketball. I've never seen that in an All-Star game. I've never seen 4 quarters of hard-nosed defense matching up, playing like this is a real pickup game in the closed gym. We have never once seen that in our lives. None of us have. I will say that there has been some pretty competitive second halves, you know what I'm saying, late third quarters, fourth quarters. We've seen a lot of that now. We've seen a lot of that. I think now it's just kind of like we don't really get much of that, and it's just kind of so blown up on TV, so blown up on social media that we're really taking realizing like people don't care about it no more. I do feel like it's gone more to not caring than it ever has been, but Damo's 100% right about the fact that we've never seen a actual hard-nosed defense played All-Star game. Never once. We've seen spurts of it. We've seen Kobe attack Bron on defense. We've seen spurts of it. Absolutely, we have. But let's just not pretend like the All-Star game has ever been a closed session pickup game where we're actually seeing the best players go at each other. We've never seen that.
Was Zion a top 10 player at some point?
No.
What
Zion
point?
should have
That's
done
bullshit.
the dunk contest.
What
was
point?
Ja
That's
Morant-
no, what year? What year?
What point? What point was Zion ever a
year-
top 10 player?
He's
He's
gonna
never
say
been a top 10
2022,
player.
I think.
No,
No,
he's never been a top 10 player.
He's never been
No.
a top 20, but he was like a top 15. He was around.
cool.
He had a one.
But Penn, I think
We'll
he
just
would have
disagree
had
on that.
he would
Has
have
Ja
an
Morant
exciting
ever been a
dunk
top 10
contest.
player?
No, John Morant's never been a top
maybe
10
in
player.
22.
Never.
No.
Maybe.
No,
Maybe
he's
in
never been a
22.
top 10 player. No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Maybe in
Anthony
22.
Edwards?
We're talking about
And
yeah,
yes.
he is now.
And
He is
Giannis?
now, yeah.
Giannis
Yes.
Antetokounmpo?
I don't want to see Giannis. In
I
that.
don't
want
see.
Giannis
Yeah, I
to
don't.
dunk
I don't want to
contest,
see
man.
Giannis in a dunk
I watched
contest.
Stromile Swift in a dunk contest. Yeah,
And
I
is
think
Giannis
I think
Stromile
Giannis
Swift?
could
Stromile
hang.
Swift is different.
Stromile
That's
Swift
different.
had
with it.
he had Boogie with the ball in the air. Like the point of everything's been done. You're right. We need professional dunkers now that practice dunking professionally to come and do the dunk contest and see stuff we never seen. It is
I
hard
think
for
you're gonna-
players. Go ahead. Go
I think
ahead.
you're gonna. I think you're gonna like what I'm gonna say. The dunk contest, in my opinion, is not about who can dunk the best necessarily. It is about who can dunk in a way to announce their arrival to the league. It is a rite of passage. It is also a great way to duel it out. We don't get to see one-on-one in the NBA. It's a team sport. Dominique versus Michael was a one-on-one thing. Tracy versus Vince, one-on-one. Dwight versus Aaron Gordon or whoever. That shit is, it's like one-on-one, mano a mano. Carter Bryant entering the dunk contest right now. How much better would this dunk contest be if it wasn't just Carter doing it as a lottery pick and just a whole bunch of no names? What if it was Carter and Cooper and Anthony Edwards right now in the dunk contest?
Carter is a whole bunch of no names.
Yo, watch your mouth, son. Watch your mouth.
A-
Watch your
adding-
mouth.
adding-
Watch your mouth.
Okay, so
I gotta keep it real.
okay, you're keeping it real that a lottery pick is a no name, cool. But I'm saying Carter might be one of the few lottery picks who's willing to do this. How would you like VJ Edgecombe in this dunk contest? You want to see him in the dunk contest? I certainly better not get
No.
any pushback. Why? VJ Edgecombe can't be in the dunk contest? What the hell are we doing here?
I don't think he's a showman dunker.
Oh,
What
my
does that
God.
mean? Because I feel like that's bailout. Like, what
It's
does that
not
mean?
bailout.
They're
It's not bailout.
I don't think it's a bailout. I
I'll
don't
give you
think
an
it's a
example. Zach LaVine, if you
Is a
watch
showman
Zach,
dunker.
no, he is not. Not in
Yes.
games. Not in games. No, he's not. No, he's not.
We just gonna lie. We
We're
gonna
not
sit there and
lying.
lie on camera. You gonna
Zach
look in that
LaVine
camera
is
and
not a
lie like
showman
that.
dunker in
That's so-
games. No,
that's
he's
so-
not.
That's so nasty.
No,
Word.
he's not.
We just sit up here and lie in this camera to these
How am I
wonderful
lying?
people. These
Giannis
people.
was actually in the dunk
Go look
contest.
up Zach
not saying Giannis
LaVine's
was in the
career
dunk
dunks
contest.
in the
Giannis was
league,
in the dunk
in the
contest.
game.
Y'all looking forward to Jace Richardson
I know
in the
it's
dunk
terrible, by
contest?
the way.
Y'all looking forward to that shit?
He was awful.
'Cause I'm not.
No doubt about that. He was awful.
Jalen Brown was
I feel like
terrible last year, man.
Jaylen Brown was awful. Awful when he was in it.
Awful.
What's the difference
well,
between Jace
well, no,
Richardson
but
and,
notice-
and Carter Bryant? As
No,
far
I
as-
said
as far- as far-
Jace.
Absolutely nothing.
I know who you said, Penn. I'm saying as far as name value goes, what's the difference? In fact, Jace Richardson we're talking about dunk contests.
Yeah, I get it. I get
more,
why he's there.
That's more
I'm-
name value than Carter Bryant.
I mean, sure. unless you view Carter as a combination of two dunk contest winners, I guess. I don't know. But Carter's
Combination of who?
Carter's a better dunker. Vince Carter,
Yes,
Kobe
but-
Bryant.
but-
Carter
your
Bryant.
your,
You're not-
your,
that's
but your
pretty
point is
simple.
that it's a rite of passage rather than, let's say, the best available.
It's an
dunk
announcement to
contest.
the league. It's a way. Look, a lot of these kids, like, I'm not saying Cade should have participated, but Jalen Green could have been a part of this dunk contest. A lot of these kids that get drafted into bad situations, they're not on national television. This is a way to come out on a national stage and be like, yo, that dude who's been averaging 20, whose games are never on TV, that's that dude. It's good for the league. It would be good for the league. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be a showman. You don't have to be as good as Mac McClung and, Nate Robinson, all that shit. But I've seen this dunk contest go through ebbs and flows and valleys. And it used to matter to people, man. It used to matter
Jalen
to
Green
Vince.
dunk
But it
contest.
mattered to Vince because it
When did it tank?
It mattered
Kid?
to Vince
When did the dunk contest go downhill?
when
Or who's
LeBron
watched?
decided he didn't want to do it.
You name guys you will want to see in it that were in it. This is what's pissing me off. Jalen Green did a dunk contest. Giannis did a dunk contest. You're naming people that did a dunk contest and you don't even remember. Why? Because they sucked. Like, I don't understand this. I don't get this. Like, y'all will see people, you will see somebody that can jump high and automatically assume, you know what, he'll be great for the dunk contest. But Buddy can't even win. He doesn't even know how to do a competent windmill on improv. Like, again, showman dunkers matter. And I know real talk, you're saying, what is a showman dunker? Historically speaking, Blake Griffin, showman dunker. Blake Griffin, before he was top 10 in the NBA, showman dunker. Guys who put.
I get okay, Damo. I guess this is my point. Because to me, it's not like people are doing dunk contest dunks in games. Even the guys that we consider showman dunkers. That's why I'm calling it like a bit of a bailout. Because it's like
no, it's not a bailout. What happened?
Giannis has never done the dunk contest.
2014.
2015, he was in the dunk contest.
Was it 2015? Exactly.
2015, he was in the dunk contest. Yes, he was.
I do not remember that.
It's not just about in-game dunks, real talk.
That's Damo's point. That's Damo's point. The fact that the reason why you don't remember it
is
because he sucked.
Yes. There are guys that are more creative than others. Yes,
that's Damo's point.
And it's not just in game. When I say showman dunkers, I'm not talking about just in game. You can go back and look at them in high school, the stuff they were doing in high school when they were in high school dunk contests, when they were in high school games, the stuff people do in practice. People that actually have, I call it
LeBron used to literally put on a show in the warm-up line.
Exactly. And what was he doing?
He was doing creative passes where he threw it behind his back. He threw the ball off the wall. He threw the ball off the wall, caught it, and said, I'm talking about in the pregame warm-up. Pregame warm-up. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
let me spin around, twist, throw it up, catch it, and do what, chat? Tomahawk dunk.
No, he had some tween. He had the East Bay in his bag. He had a windmill in his bag. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Bro, Brian had some showman dunks. We're not gonna act like Brian couldn't do it.
I apologize.
The same shit we've been seeing for 20, 30 years. That's my point. Like,
I am more in agreement with that argument than this. Oh, they're not a showman dunker. Like nobody's doing. Nobody is doing the dunks they were doing the dunk contest in the game. Nobody's doing that.
It's not about doing it in the game. When I say showman dunker, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about in-game dunkers. Because if I was, I would say guys that put on a show in game. That's what I would say if I meant in the game. So you limit it to, they don't do this stuff in the game. Who cares? I'm not saying that's not my argument. My argument is their abilities to perform extravagant dunks. Penn can say, oh man, the dunk contest is more about making a name for yourself, which it is. That's why a lot of young players do it. It's to get your name out there, especially when the stars don't want to do it no more. That's fine. But most importantly, the essence of the dunk contest is to do spectacular dunks.
Move the people.
That's it. It's entertainment. So you have to get people who are great at entertaining. A lot of these guys aren't great at entertaining. A lot of these guys are not creative. The ones that are surprising. A couple of years ago, people don't talk about him at all in the dunk contest, which is bizarre. Trey Murphy. I did not know Trey Murphy had that in his bag. When he did the dunk contest, he came in second, but Trey Murphy pulled some stuff out the bag. I would much rather find out Trey Murphy has bounce and boogie in the air than sit here and pray that John Morant decides to do the dunk contest. I will want people who will want to be in the dunk contest because they'll actually put in work or do something or surprise people, entertain people. I would much rather that.
You don't know what somebody would do in a dunk contest if they were to practice for a dunk contest. Like you genuinely
don't practice for the dunk contest.
Wait, stop. You genuinely don't know that. Nobody knew, even though we knew Aaron Gordon could jump high and do the double pump. We didn't know that he was finna go out there.
You're ignorant. You're being ignorant. You didn't know. You didn't know. You didn't know. Real talk. You didn't know.
Let me finish
you
my
point.
You
interrupted my point. You interrupted me.
Let me finish the point.
You didn't know.
Oh my God! Shut up, bro. Okay, look. Let me.
We can have a sincere debate.
I got it. He just wants to overtalk. Let me.
You interrupted me.
Cool. What I'm saying is, yes, we all know that Aaron Gordon was a major high school dunker. I know that. Everybody knows that. If you watch is Aaron Gordon really just 16 or whatever that is, the whole mixtape, legendary mixtape. We all know that. That's fine. He was crazy. My point is, this is my point. Even though we knew that Aaron Gordon could do the tomahawk dunks and all of that, nobody knew that he was going to go out there and scoop 360 off a goddamn mascot while he's on a fucking. No, you did not know he was going to do that.
I knew he could leap over niggas that were 6'10".
I did not know he was going to do that, bro.
I knew that. You did not know that. He was finna 360 scoop off a nigga on a spinning goddamn. You didn't know that. You did not know that. You did not know that. You did not know that.
I knew he could do that.
So now,
why I knew he could do it?
Thank you for a hoverboard.
Because he done it. He's done a 360 scoop out of someone's hands before. He's done it before. There's videos of him doing it before the dunk contest. That's how you knew.
Hoverboard. No, he has not. No, he hasn't. Nobody knew. Nobody
By the way,
knew that Aaron was finna sit in the air.
Over here hyping up the fact that it was a mascot spinning on a hoverboard like this to deliver the ball to him. Oh my God, that was so difficult. It's timing, dang. It's timing. If I can do the dunk, as long as I can time it.
So now it's simple, so everybody can do it. Now it's simple. Everybody.
No, real talk. That's not what he's saying. Real talk. That's not what he's saying. Real talk. He's saying that the only difference between that dunk and the dunk that he's already seen Aaron Gordon do is who he took the ball from, because the only difference was that the mascot was spinning on the hoverboard. That's all he's saying. He's not saying
y'all knew Aaron Gordon was finna go out there and scoop 360 dunk off a mascot on the hoverboard.
I'm not saying that
360. Y'all knew that.
I'm not saying that.
If you allow me to finish, thank you.
As you were saying, Damo. As you allow
me to finish. Yes, I knew Aaron Gordon
could 360. You knew he was going to go out there and do that, sure.
360 scoop dunk. I knew he could do that. But, oh man, okay, cool.
No, you good.
I knew he could 360 scoop dunk. He's done it before. That was a trendy dunk at the time that a lot of people that was really nice was doing. Okay, so he could do that dunk. I agree. No one knew he was going to bring out the magic mascot and have him spinning, delivering it like a pizza on a hoverboard. My point is, the pizza spin on a hoverboard, that didn't change the dunk. The dunk was still fired. The 360 scoop is what he was able to do.
It did.
To me, I'm just saying for me. For everybody else, cool.
The reason why, Damo, is because the timing. The reason why, Damo,
the timing. Yeah, the timing is there, but
that's where the showmanship comes in. That part, that's why it changed it. Like if he just did a 360, but to have the mascot coming in spinning, that's where the showmanship part comes in. To your point.
I agree, and that's why he's a showman dunker. That's why guys like Blake Griffin are showman dunkers. That's why Dwight was a showman dunker. Other people who are able to put on a show and entertain the crowd, showman dunkers. Y'all want people that can't entertain nobody unless they're dunking on somebody to be in a dunk contest.
So what made Blake Griffin a showman dunker other than dunking on a lot of people?
I don't speak for everybody else, but I want Wemby.
That's what made him a showman dunker.
But Damo, here's the thing though. The reason why, to your point, Damo, the reason why people wanted James in the dunk contest was because of the showman dunker he was in games. They wanted to see that in a dunk contest. A guy jumping off one leg, windmilling, and punching the ball. Like he wasn't just dunking it, he was punching it. A guy running past the rim with the rim being right here and him throwing the ball in the rim. They wanted to see that. That's part of the showmanship. But to Penn's point about it being devalued because of this generation, wouldn't I, real talk, be inspired after, if I'm a dunker, right? I'm a high flyer. I get above the rim. If I'm young and I seen what happened in 2016 between Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon, why wouldn't I want to be a part of that? Why wouldn't I want to do something like that? Why not?
That.
I'm listening.
I can answer that. Because nowadays, you will watch the dunk contest and you'll see Mac McClung do a cool little dunk, jumping over somebody. Ooh, through my legs. Ooh, behind my back. That's dope for an NBA player. And then I do this thing called pull my phone out. And I'll just scroll Twitter. 1 scroll, 2 scroll, 3 scrolls. Oh my God, Jordan Kilgannon has just done a 720 scorpion behind the back dunk. Like, oh my God.
Most people don't know who that is.
Oh my God. Oh my God. But they've seen the clips. They might not even know his name, but they've seen the clips.
The casual fan that is watching the All-Star game, because now we're including like middle-aged people and people that watch television to this day, because that's who's watching television. They don't know who Jordan Clingan is.
They might not know his name, but they definitely probably seen a clip.
My mother has not seen Jordan Clingan's scorpion dunk. Yes.
When was the last time you talked to her about the dunk contest? When was the last time you talked to her about the dunk contest?
Who?
Your mother. When was the last time you talked to her about the dunk contest?
We watch it every year.
When was the last time you talked to her about it?
All of us watch it every year.
Last year he talked
about it. We make All-Star Weekend an event for the family. We watch the 3-point contest, watch skills. We watch it together. She does not know that nigga. I promise you she doesn't.
So she's not. So your mother engages in All-Star Weekend festivities, and I would think more basketball throughout the year than just that.
Clingan?
I said Kilgannon. I said Kilgannon.
No, I said Klingon.
Oh, you said Klingon. Okay, I said Kilgannon. I probably said his name wrong, but
cool.
Okay.
All I know,
go ahead. When
I saw Jordan kiss the rim, I was trying to do that. I was like, I got to learn how to do that.
But chill. Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing, though. Like, if LeBron goes into it, what is there? There's probably a world that exists where even if he won it, people would be like, he should have won it. And if he didn't win it, people would have killed him too, man. Like this
can't win for losing.
Like that's the world we're living in too, man. You know what I mean? Like, I think it got to the point where, and I don't agree with Penn's point in terms of guys announcing themselves to the league. LeBron announced himself to the league even before he got into the league. He was 16 years old. People knew he was going to the NBA. Like, I don't think that should be
right.
The rite of passage is like an unwritten rule. The rite of passage is like an unwritten rule that people thought, every great generational guy had to do the dunk contest. But that's just something that people thought had to happen. It doesn't have to happen. If a guy doesn't want to do dunk contest, he doesn't have to do the damn dunk contest. I think that's like sort of Mars's logic. Like we expect guys to do things just because guys before them did it. Like, why isn't Jokic now blamed for the All-Star game not being intense when he's the best player in the world? Like, why don't we do that?
He damn sure doesn't play it intensely.
But this is
why do we only do it with LeBron? That's the problem.
Every player has impact, Damian. Every player does. Shea has impact. Jokic has impact. Giannis has impact. They don't have LeBron and
that's not what you're doing, though, Penn. You're blaming James for all of this stuff. That's what you're doing.
Why don't they get killed for the same way?
They don't have the same influence. It's not their league.
Steph Curry was lying on the floor. Steph Curry was lying on the floor in an All-Star game, so Giannis could jump over him. And that was arguably the best player in the world at that time. And we're talking about guys setting the tone. That was Steph Curry lying on the floor, man.
That's a fact.
Yo, I don't want to. I'm not gonna say I'm all the way there with Penn, but we all can agree that LeBron has heavily influenced the league. Like,
okay, sure.
Yeah, but he's not influential in the All-Star game being worse.
Yeah, he is.
Maybe it's not because he plays good in All-Star games.
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's not playing good. I'm saying the rules of engagement are. Look, man, when it comes down to, I'm a young player. I'm trying to be a great player in the league. I need someone to look at. How do they handle their business? How do they handle their training? The way LeBron trains, I believe, has forced athletes to rethink how they train.
Okay, so
in a positive way. So it's not all bad. Sure. Certain things are bad. The team hopping might be bad. The discounting of rings might be bad. The overvaluation of longevity might be bad. But this is LeBron trying to protect his legacy and make a case for himself as a GOAT. And I respect it. I get it.
So now sustained excellence is bad in a league?
Yeah, now we're doing something else.
No. But
we're 100% doing something else.
Because rings
with the All-Star game.
What I'm saying, Chill, is LeBron has inspired positive. He has inspired positive because he's inspired. I think he's inspired a lot of positive.
The league lost the championship influence after Bill Russell because you niggas walk around saying Michael Jordan to go because of 6 and Bill got 11. That's when we lost the championship value. Not LeBron.
No, because Michael always brought it back to championships, and he wanted more than Larry.
But Kobe I'm saying for the audience, if it was about championships,
now it's LeBron.
Bill Russell would be the GOAT.
It ain't about championships anymore because he ain't even looking at number 5.
Well, that's because
he ain't trying to get number 6. He ain't trying to get number 7. What's he trying to do?
You said who? Kobe and who?
That's because it's changed.
Kobe and Shaq absolutely cared about championships. They didn't care about championships?
Yes, they did. Yes,
you don't think LeBron cares about championships? You don't think LeBron cared about championships?
Do we see LeBron making this stress about like getting that 5th, 6th championship? We're trying to get a 6th championship.
Are you crazy?
What? Yes. Oh my God. Are we still doing this? Are you driving a Skip Bayless level argument on player's choice right now?
No, not at all.
You are.
Hell no.
LeBron doesn't care about championships.
Is what right now?
So we kind of jumped.
Keep driving. I'll get in the car with you in a second. But keep going.
What we did was we jumped. Nice. We jumped from here to there. So my motivation is to be like this. To Real Talk's point, James has always been good in the All-Star game. He has not ever disappointed in the All-Star game. He's always been good. So if I'm a young player and I aspire to be that, Why would I not want to look at him in the All-Star game? That's number one. Number two, if I'm moving forward, he's always been in the best shape. He's always been available. All of those things have always been the case with him. So if I'm a young player, I'm aspiring to be like that. Now, it's very difficult. There's not a lot of guys who can do that. That's why you don't see a lot of guys doing it. However, I can't listen to the logic of a guy not being inspiring like James was, and this whole thing being his fault, because it's not.
Chill, that's not what Penn's saying though. Penn is saying, and I believe Penn is right. And we can say this with every great person that's came through the league. LeBron had a ton of influence, some good, some not so good. And the point that I just said, everybody that has all the best players in the league have had good influence and bad influence. But what I want to say about LeBron is, I think it's all right. The league has been in good hands for the last 23 years with LeBron. Like, yes, it's some things that we can nitpick, but I think overall we can all agree that we've had a hell of a 23-year ride with LeBron James.
Absolutely.
For better or for worse.
Yeah,
It's been a
there's
great
two
time.
different arguments. There are two different arguments. LeBron having influence, good or bad, is different argument to LeBron ruining the dunk contest and All-Star Weekend.
The All-Star game.
They are two different arguments.
He didn't do that.
No, because Penn is saying that he believes that some of his influence has to do with the All-Star game not being as good as it was,
it's
and the
brand
dunk contest
preservation.
becoming
But
harder.
Ron, I'll meet you halfway, Penn. I'll meet you halfway. And Ron, I can even go to the extent that LeBron did negatively impact the dunk contest by not doing it. I'll even submit that point. I'll concede that point. But what I really do not see is how LeBron James has had a negative impact on the All-Star game when he performs in All-Star games.
Okay. So clearly there's something is getting lost in what I'm saying and what you're hearing, because you keep going back to how good LeBron is in All-Star games, and I don't think that's the point. I didn't say he sat out All-Star games. I'm trying to tell you that being really great comes with copycats.
Sure.
Any team that is going to win a championship, for years we heard teams can't win championships shooting jump shots. Teams can't win championships shooting threes. Then the Warriors come along, they do it. There's Steph's influence on the league. Now you get the Boston Celtics. Now you get a lot more teams shooting jump shots because now we know it works. Michael's influence on the league was effectively the triangle, the great big two. Everybody's like, oh, you got to have the great big two. You got to have those two guys, the two guys. Jordan had a tremendous amount of influence on the league, but he also maybe hurt the league a little bit by going away for a bit. Maybe he hurt the league with the scandals that he had. I'm trying to say every player has had an influence. And LeBron's biggest influence on the league is, I think that athletes think of themselves more as a brand than a competitor than they ever have before. I think there is a lot to lose when a dude dunks on you and you're suddenly a viral clip. So you don't want that to happen. So you just don't guard as much. Maybe there's like a thing to be lost by LeBron checking Kawhi Leonard on every single play and trying to lock him down, like Michael tried to do with Clyde, or Michael's trying to do with Larry. So maybe you don't want to do it as much.
But
because you don't want to get embarrassed.
Michael wasn't guarding the best player every play, though.
Yeah, because he had Scottie.
Neither did Kobe. Kobe.
Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, but even the guy you wanted to bring up, Kobe, especially after when we get to the late 2000s where he has a championship team again. Trevor Ariza is guarding the other best player. Ron Artest is guarding the other best player a lot of the time. I'm not saying that Kobe did it. I'm not saying that. I got it.
This is on the back end, though.
Okay. I know Kobe used to do it, but also LeBron used to pick up these matchups as well. That's also the other point. Like I can agree with some of what you're saying as far as the newer generation, but it is not because of LeBron James. LeBron James has done all the things that you old heads, I'm not calling you old head, but I'm saying this is like old head mentality, that old heads want, and they still complain about it. LeBron James played great defense. LeBron James competed in all-star games. LeBron James performs in the playoffs. LeBron James is all of the things that old heads want, and they still complain about it. You know what? The parallel to me, right? Because I do think that LeBron made players more kind of worried about their career and navigate and dictate more of their career personally. I will say this. I think what LeBron has done is very similar to what Floyd has done in boxing, right? And so a lot of people in boxing are mad about Floyd Mayweather because, oh man, these fighters don't want to fight the other best fighter and they're just trying to protect their undefeated record and da-da-da-da-da. They're just worried about the money. But when you actually look at Floyd Mayweather's career, the one that they say they're copying, Floyd actually did fight everybody. Floyd fought everybody, that all the greats in his generation, right? But he's going to get the blame for the new niggas not doing what he is doing. And so I feel like that's what you're doing with LeBron. LeBron James has done everything that you wanted him to do, but he did it a different way. He did it navigating his career and putting his career in his own hands, but he still accomplished and did everything you wanted him to do. But now newer players are seeing that example, but they are kind of leaving out the competitive part of it. I get what you're saying in that pen, but I'm saying that's not Bron's fault because Bron was still a competitor.
Look, man, nostalgia.
And I want to say this. And I want to say this.
Go ahead.
I want to say this because I know that Ron might want to move on. The biggest myth we have in NBA history is that LeBron is not a serial psycho competitor, man. You can't play in the NBA for 23 seasons. You can't go to 8 straight finals. You can't go to 9 finals in 10 years without being a psycho competitor and then waking up in the new year and wanting to do it all over again. It's the biggest myth we have in NBA history. People don't put him on the same level as Kobe and Michael in a competitive sense. But guess what? MJ needed a break throughout his career. He needed multiple, actually. LeBron's competitiveness, to me, in my eyes, playing at an elite level, he was just as competitive as those guys. You don't take care of your body the way he does. You don't show up every season the way he does if you are not psycho competitive and care about winning, man. That's the biggest myth we've seen in NBA history.
Who was a better defender at 38? Who's a better defender at 39? Who's a better defender at 40?
Between who?
Between who?
Michael and LeBron.
I don't think you want to have this argument.
Please, let's not go down this road.
I'm sorry. I watched Hakeem Olajuwon on his last legs in Toronto, and he was still playing defense.
What does that have to do? What does that have to do with the conversation?
Ron,
because
none of them have been in year 20.
I know one thing is a fact, Ron. Since we're on the subject of defense, that nut that I saw yesterday in Los Angeles, we better talk about that. We better get on that. That maniac that I just saw in Los
Victor
Angeles.
Wembanyama.
Yeah, that nut.
Yeah,
I bet we better talk about that.
Chill. We about to get to the nut right now. If you're watching the video,
pause.
Like the video, subscribe, become a member. Let's get into it, fellas. That is a perfect segue. Bridge to Nowhere 98 said Wemby 25 points in 8 minutes in the first quarter, then 37 at the half. But the idea of him is better than the actual player, right?
I saw you Wemby niggas really trying to get this off in the chat and via super chat playing the G League Lakers.
Thank you, real talk.
Like y'all real. This is sad.
No,
this is
I'm not trying to
honestly
hear none of
sad.
this from none of you dudes.
This is honestly
Ron,
sad.
he was playing against us. He was playing against us.
I'm not trying to.
You guys do this every time.
Bro, we was out there. He was playing against me. Real talk, Domo and chill.
Damien. No, you guys do this every time Wemby gets busy. You say, who is he playing against? Who is he playing against? Why don't we do this against Jokic? Why don't we do this when Embiid cooks? Why don't we do this when everybody else cooks? You guys do this with Wemby every time he cooks somebody. You say he's not cooking nobody.
Not true.
Every time.
Not true.
The last time he cooked and I came up here trying to victory lap, you guys said, "Oh, he did it against the Utah Jazz."
You called him a top 5 offensive player.
The guy in the blue. No, the guy in the blue below me said he played against the Utah Jazz. It doesn't matter.
Well, I didn't say it doesn't matter. I never said
yes, you did. You legitimately said he played against the Utah Jazz. Who cares?
I didn't say
he's
it doesn't
cooking
matter.
no matter what. He's on an NBA floor.
Okay, first of all, let's get to the
well, yeah, I mean, it matters.
You know what I think we need? You know what I really think we need?
No.
You know what I think we need? We need an eighth panelist whose job it is to find old takes of us saying the shit that we are objectively trying to tell people that we did not say. So if Fox go like, I didn't say that shit, there'll be somebody just pull it up. Be like, there's the clip. JD, get on that shit, bro. I'm sick and tired of people saying shit. I remember you said it, and then you tell me 2 weeks later I didn't say that shit. Fuck that shit.
Maybe
man.
I did, maybe I didn't. Fuck it, I don't know.
What happened to the game I love, man? What happened to the community I love?
LeBron.
What happened to us? What happened to us as a basketball community where there is a man who's 7'5", handles like a small forward, scores on all three levels, and at any given time, honestly, every time he's on the court, he is hands down the best defender or most impactful defender. One or the other every time. And we still got people who can't see the vision. We still got people who can't just give him his flowers and move on. We still got people that want to criticize. I don't understand y'all, man. Chilltown, 20 years ago, 06, someone comes up to you and says, there is a 7'5" Frenchman with the mentality of Kevin Garnett in year 3. The defense of Hakeem in the offensive repertoire and moveset of trying to emulate Kevin Durant, who you wouldn't have known in 06. You've been like, but regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Chilltown, you would have said you're lying to me. Who is this guy?
Actually, what I would have said was, let me see him. Please let me see this dude.
Please show him.
So, before we do that, Damo, really quickly, Damon. Before we do that, you two dudes, this one over here and this one in the corner. Now we talking about who he went up against and how whack it was. Hey, Ron, can you tell everybody here? Can you tell everybody here, Ron, when Mr. the great Kobe Bean Bryant, when they played against Toronto, what was Toronto's record when they beat them when he had 81 against them? I'll tell you right now, Ron, they were at the bottom of the East. They won 27 games. Hey, Damo, can you tell everybody here when Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 against that Knicks team, what they were doing? Oh, I'm sorry, they were in last place. I'm sorry, Penn. Can you tell everybody when LeBron James scored that 60? I'm sorry, Carmelo Anthony scored that 60 against Charlotte in Madison Square Garden. Can you tell everybody what Charlotte was doing that year? They were at the bottom of the East. Can you tell everybody
81 and 100 is way different.
I'm sorry, the second best output in the history of the NBA?
Yeah, 37 and a half. What?
Okay, so first of all,
are we sitting here acting like Kobe Bryant playing Jalen Rose and Morris Peterson is the same as Wemby cooking Bronny and Thero?
Yes, that is the same, actually.
No, Bronny didn't play much in the first half.
You understand how bad Jalen Rose is defensively?
Why would it not be the same?
Sam Mitchell is the worst coach in NBA history.
What are we talking about?
The worst.
It's the exact same.
He went into the game and said, we're just going to let Kobe get his. And then he watched him get his, and he didn't do nothing.
He did not do that. They were doing everything that they could. They were throwing different bodies at Kobe. Sam Mitchell is on record saying that.
Yeah, and all the bodies sucked.
Let's not get off the point here, Damian. We got robbed yesterday. Why do you think I say that we got robbed yesterday? We got robbed yesterday because I'm watching this. Ron, 25 points, 3 rebounds, and a block in 8 minutes. This is something special that's happening. And in the process of this happening, you take him out of the game, and now you're throwing this off the track. I'm looking at this game, and I immediately turned into my uncle who was watching Chamberlain, who played every minute of any game. He got to play every minute, every game. But of any game, when it's a night that's special, which was last night, by the way. You know what I could have got last night, Ron? I could have got 80 and 30. You know what I could have got last night, Ron? I could have got 75 and 35. I could have got that last night. You know why? Because you know why, Ron? Because I got 25, 3, and a block in less than 10 minutes. Why, if he's on the floor for the rest of the night, can't that happen? Why? We got robbed last night, Ron.
Because
we didn't get robbed.
I was messaging like 5, 6 people saying like, if he wanted to score 100 tonight, he could. Like that was what he looked like in the first quarter. Like if he wanted to and he stayed out there, he could have scored 100. It was watching like when you're in like primary school or something and like you're playing basketball and they just give it to the biggest guy in the paint and
he just keeps
time
going.
And every time he just scores and it's like it's ridiculous. That's what it looked like. Like if he wanted to, he could have scored 100 last night. There's no doubt in my mind he could have scored 100, man. It was insane.
I'm telling you, we did not get robbed.
We got robbed.
You want to know why? Hey, chill. No, we didn't. The show ain't even started yet. Real talk. Pick your goddamn head up. The show ain't even started yet. Y'all haven't seen nothing yet. I'm telling you, Victor Wembanyama, he hasn't even got out the driveway yet. The car isn't even on the road. It ain't got on the highway yet. We are about to embark on something so spectacular. We can't even wrap our minds around it. No, I'm saying Chill said we got robbed. What I'm telling Chill is we did get robbed last night, but there's going to be plenty more to see. Do you guys not think that we're going to get that again? We might get it again this season.
For sure, we're going to get some more performances like that.
Do y'all want to hear?
We didn't get robbed.
This is the problem with because I guess
Damo, he comes out the game last night. I'm sorry, real quick. Damo, he comes out the game last night. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. I don't know if you remember this, Damo. He missed one shot before he went out the game. He only missed one shot. He was 7 for 8 from the floor. Missed one shot. We keep riding that wave. You know what I'm looking at? The way he was going, I'm looking at least 30 because it's still 5 more. It's still 5 more minutes left in the quarter. I'm looking at close to 35 for the quarter. I'm looking at if we and don't take him out neither. Let's keep this going. Put him back in the second quarter and leave him in. I'm looking at close to 50 at the half, if not more than 50. Let's keep this thing going. We got
now Chilltown. Now Chilltown. I'm going to present to you with this crazy scenario because this is possible in another reality. On Earth 2300 2012, alternate reality Earth, he did stay in to chase 81 and 100. And you know what happened? Everything fell off the bone. Every CL possible fell off the bone. And you know what you're saying in that reality right now? Why was he even in?
No,
it was Drew Timmy. There was no one on the court. There's a reality now where he stays out there, gets hurt, and we're questioning why he's even out there. This is asset management. I'm glad they took him out the game. He does not. They have bigger aspirations than Wemby chasing some history against the broken down Lakers. I would much rather see Wemby competing in June when it matters than trying to put up 100 on this man's team. I don't care. I'm all for it.
But the game that you compared it to, Kobe scored,
they needed
Kobe scored 81. They needed the 81.
Oh my God, I'm on the same page as Real Talk. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Okay, we are on the same page. That is good.
They needed the 81. It's not like Kobe was just out there stat padding. The game was close. They were down at halftime. They needed him to score.
There have been some ridiculous scoring explosions, 5-minute scoring explosions over the last 20, 25, 26 years. Since the year 2000, there are very few players who have scored as much as Wemby did in the first quarter in that first 5 minutes. These are the names: Kobe Bryant, Manu Ginobili, LeBron twice, then Dirk, then LeBron, Ben Gordon, then 3 in a row by Klay Thompson. Steph Curry, Paul George, Damian Lillard, D'Angelo Russell had a moment.
Did you say Ben Gordon? I'm sorry. Was Ben Gordon the name?
Yes, Ben Gordon was in there. It was for the Detroit Pistons on April 26th. So probably one of those bullshit games that didn't count. Damian Lillard, D'Angelo Russell, Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, Kemba Walker, Damian Lillard again, James Harden, Dalton Connect did it. And then Russell Westbrook, and now Victor Wembanyama. Those are the greatest 5-minute scoring stretches where players have clipped over 21 points in 5 minutes. That's crazy.
I can appreciate the asset management logic, but I can also counter with that by saying if that's your mentality, you're going to get hurt. Wemby for one night, I can get him, especially when he's got going like he did last night. I can get that for one night. I ain't saying that I'm playing Wemby 45, 48 minutes every night. I would love to see maximum Wemby for one night. Just that, and that was the night last night. That one night. Because when real talk tells me that we needed all 48. We needed all 81 of those points from Bryant. Okay.
Yeah,
they might not have without Bryant, they probably wouldn't have won that game. It would have been maybe competitive, maybe not.
They wouldn't have been in the game without Bryant.
Okay, it would have been competitive. It would have been not. That's not the point. The point is the Lakers were going to beat the San Antonio Spurs were going to beat the Lakers last night. We already knew that. But with something special happening, why not let us see that? I can appreciate you looking toward the future in the NBA championships. But if I can see, because I'm turning into a fan right now, if I could see 80 points in a game, if I could see
If I could see 90, I want to see that. I want to see 90 points in the game because
but isn't history better when it's like competitive?
Talk about Russell the way we do. That's why we talk about Bryant the way we do. Like Phil Jackson took it. Phil Jackson let him off the hook. He let Dallas off the hook that year that he had 63 3/4. I could have got 80 again.
But people like that. Yes, like of course, as fans, we want to see things done. But it also needs to come within like the necessity of the game. Like we don't want to just see Wemby out there up 40, just like putting up points, because then there's a reason. There is a big difference between the Devin Booker's 70-point game and how that's looked at, and how, let's say, the Luka Doncic 73-point game, not the NBA media because they shat on it. But I'm saying like us as fans, the Luka Doncic 73-point game. They were in a competitive game against Atlanta. Like, they needed Luka to perform like that, and he did. But watching Wemby just hit spot threes while they're up 45 just for the hell of it, it's like, sure, I guess, but it's like...
That's bad for the game.
It's bad for the game. Also,
like if you want to put an asterisk next to that historic moment, trust the process here. Wemby will get there. Just like I was trying to tell you, trust the Jayson Tatum process. You got to trust this process too. There will be a game, provided he stays healthy, God willing, over the next 10 to 12 years, where Wemby is going to need to drop 75, 76. And maybe another star is going to be, I hope we're all alive to see it. That would be great. But at that point, it will be real. My issue with, first of all, this episode is crazy because I'm nodding my head along with Damo cooking. I'm up here agreeing with Real Talk and everything he's saying.
What's wrong with that?
We are in an alternate universe.
You don't agree with Damo and Real Talk?
I'm paying a compliment, Like, Damo been cooking this episode. I don't even agree with him, but I he's doing a great job. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, I think we are just at a point where we need to start sniff testing shit for reality. It's not enough to just, the Jalen Johnson stuff. Y'all saw the Jalen Johnson. Oh, Jalen Johnson. Is he next LeBron James in Atlanta? Shut up, man. No, he's not. Stat padding like that has to be scrutinized. All 60-point games are not the same. Some 60-point games are actually necessitated, where my team needed every 60 points that I put up on the board, and it was tooth and nail, and the other team was actually good. Some 60-point games are going to come against Utah. It's going to come against
that's fine.
Against the G League Utah Jazz. And I'm sorry, that's
definitely something that I can get with. I can definitely get with that. But you know what, Pin?
Let me ask you a question. If who's the best player in the league right now, sir?
I think it's Jay. I think it's SGA.
Wemby.
SGA, perfect. I'm gonna give SGA 48 minutes to cook the main Red Claws. Legitimately, I'm gonna give him some tune-up run, and he's gonna go down for the OKC Blue, and we are gonna go up against the main Celtics, and he is just gonna get to cook to his heart's desire.
I'm here to see it.
How many points is he putting up? He's putting up 130.
If it's in an NBA, if it's an NBA game, I'm here to see
points it. Won't break a sweat.
But to counter your point, though, Pin, yes, I can appreciate.
Matter. I don't want Wilt. I don't know. I don't want Wilt. I don't want. First of all, people already have enough shit to say about Wilt's record. I don't want Kobe's record to be broken by some stat padding bullshit. If you break 81, I want to believe that you earned it, that it happened in a real way. Can we care about reality for a second?
We can care about reality, Pin,
AI but
bullshit
TikTok
we can
world.
Care about reality, but a lot of this stuff, in
scoring
fact, all of this stuff,
though.
In fact, all of this stuff is entertainment. Pin, are you sitting here telling me, Pin, are you sitting here telling me that you wouldn't rather, as much as you've seen Michael Jackson, you wouldn't rather him rock for an extra 15 minutes? He didn't have to. He didn't have to do it.
That's not the same thing.
That's 100%.
I'm
talking about.
You know why? You know why? Because I came in and I did what I was supposed to do. I came in and I gave you a show. For an hour. But instead of me just leaving the stage, you know what? I'm going to give you an extra half an hour because I'm going to entertain you for an extra half an hour. I already gave you the show you was looking for. But now I'm going to give you an extra half an hour? Come on, man. That's what this is about.
You have to remember, Chill's speaking from a fan's point of view here.
That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about Wemby in terms of him being a great player. I'm talking about being a fan. Really quickly, Damo. I'm talking about him being a fan, and I'm talking about seeing something that I might not see again in my lifetime. And last night was one of those nights where I think I could have seen 75, 80 last night, maybe even 90. I could have seen that.
Damo?
Yeah, to answer your question, if Michael Jackson had a history of having to sing these songs in X amount of time or his voice would run out, yeah, no, I don't want the extra 15 minutes. We have to remember Wemby has been on minutes restriction repeatedly throughout his career now because he does get hurt because he is so dang tall, his legs is long, free accidents happen. You're right. You can ask for one night for him to be historic. And all it takes is 1 second for his season to be over. We are in the business. I say it all the time. This should be my mantra. This is the business of basketball first. These players on the court, they are not players. They are assets to these owners, these GMs. They are assets. And I am going to protect my asset as much as I can. Shout out to the Spurs. They did what they were supposed to. Let Wemby go out there, drop 37, 40, show he's dominant, and get him the hell out the game. Give Carter Bryant some minutes to put up some more dunks for his dunk reel. Go put out the young guys. Like, give some other guys some chances to play. Sit Wemby down. I'm good. We've seen too many. We do this, but then we see players who get hurt because they're on the court for too long, and then we're sitting up here the next day, everyone criticizing, saying, why is he on the court?
One night, Damo? Just one night.
All it was 1 night for Derrick Rose, and that was his career.
Oh, that was completely different. The reason why that was different was because throughout the course of the season, Derrick Rose was playing heavy minutes, and he eventually broke down. We're talking about just one night with a guy.
What do we say about Tibbs? What do we say about Tibbs all the time?
Hurt in the first
he does run guys in the ground, but with Derrick Rose, he had been playing heavy minutes the entire season.
Mm-hmm.
Wemby is not playing heavy minutes this season, but I got one night where he got it going. One night where he got it going. We ain't got to do this again after tonight. Matter of fact, he can sit tomorrow night. He don't even have to play tomorrow.
They're up 40. At a certain point, in fact, let's just stick with the fan entertainment value of it, right? Even from a fan and entertainment perspective, it wouldn't be fun watching Wemby continue to hit threes over Drew Timme up 45. They don't hit.
If you're getting close to 70, 80, real talk, you're not turning the TV off.
You're not.
I'm not turning it off, but I watched of course, I watched the replay. What I'm saying, though, is it's not like because Chill is trying to act like, oh, man, we would have saw this. This would have been like such a grandiose moment. And I'm like, a grandiose moment. And I'm like, it would have, but it wouldn't be to the extent of these other high point
you guys are so
performances
spoiled
because they're up 40. They're up 40. He's doing it against.
I'm
watching Wemby.
You know what, Ron?
Get post-ups against Bronny James in the fourth because he's still out there playing while they're up 55. It wouldn't hit the same. It wouldn't. I'm sorry. It wouldn't.
Fellas, we do got to move on. I do have to be out of here in about 30 minutes. So we got to get through these super chats. I need y'all to rock with me. But just one more thing before we move off of Victor Wembanyama. Hey, Damo, did you mean what you said when I don't know who asked it, who's the best player in the world?
Absolutely.
You said Wemby?
Best player in the world is Victor Wemby. He's the best player I've ever seen basketball. And I never thought I would still be in my 20s saying that while this man is alive. He's the greatest player I've ever seen.
Hey, Damo, I'm with you. Hey, and I've just been scared to say it. Thank you, Damo, for being a man.
I'll say it.
Ever seen Ron, though? Ever seen Ron?
Yo, Victor Wembanyama.
Ever seen?
Y'all just try to take everything.
He hadn't played a game in the NBA yet.
No.
Ooh,
Victor Wembanyama.
He ain't never played in the playoffs.
No, what did he say?
He's the greatest player I've ever seen in my life.
And he hadn't even played in the league yet.
He ain't even 3 full years in his career. He is the greatest thing I've ever. I sat up here on this very platform with Ox, with Ron, with other people on this very platform saying, "Oh, now when he come over here, matter of fact, he ain't getting that off. They ain't not about to let no 7'5" Frenchman come up hezzy tweening. Pop gonna put an end to that." The league ain't Draymond on his podcast. Oh, now we getting up in his chest. We gonna get up in him. Paul George. Oh, we gonna get up in him.
Up, by the way,
we gonna get up in him. We not letting it happen. Draymond, look at the league now. He spent a year. He spent a summer with Monks Kevin Garnett and Hakeem Olajuwon and came back off a Naruto training arc. That man is a god to me. I'm sorry. His picture's going right next to that one. He is amazing. If there's 20 Wemby Glazers, I call them all to the room. If there's only 10, hey, we lost a good bit of us. If it's one left, that one is me. If there's no Wemby Glazers on this planet, I died. I promise you, that man is amazing. Amazing. Cue the Kanye music.
He's incredible.
Hey, Damo, I'm with you. Real talk.
He's incredible.
This man is easily a top 5 player in the league.
The best defender in the league. The best you've ever seen.
The best defender in the league. Hold on, wait. I'm not talking from my perspective. I'm talking to real talk. He's easily a top, to the consensus, he's easily a top 5 player in the league. And also, he is a top 5 offensive player in the league. Fuck the defense.
He is not.
Fuck the defense.
No, he's not. That was actually what pissed me off about the conversation we just had, because the super chat was in response to me and Mark saying, we don't believe he's a top 5 offensive player.
You guys watch the game, or do you just
the game where he cooks Drew Timmy to say otherwise?
Are you watching the game with your glasses on?
Okay, Ron.
Yes.
I need you to remember.
Busting Drew Timmy.
He's not there yet. Not there yet.
You don't just do that to Drew Timmy.
He's not there yet.
Drew Timmy is the only one that gets it.
Ron, now you know.
Giannis and Zion got something to say about this right now.
If he can't do this in the playoffs, I don't want to see any PC show panel. Wemby not the real deal. Wemby choking. Wemby not good. You just put the red light on him. You just lit him up. You said that dude is the greatest player of all time. Okay, now hold him to that standard for the rest of your life, or come up here and tell me that you don't take yourself very seriously. Because if
Damo said he's the greatest player of all time.
No. There's no like my friend influenced me to take the drugs. No, you take the drugs.
I said he's the best in the league. I didn't say he's the greatest of all time. I said the best in the league.
Okay. But according to Damo's logic,
why are we doing this to win?
According to Damo's logic, according to Damo's logic, this is disrespectful to Victor Wembanyama. Don't forget, that's Damo's logic. He's actually disrespecting Victor Wembanyama and opening it up for other content creators to take that clip and talk shit about Victor Wembanyama. Don't forget, that's Damo's logic.
When did I say that?
When did you say that? When I said that Tyrese Maxey could possibly be a first team All NBA, and you said why am I disrespecting Tyrese Maxey and Austin Reeves? You don't remember this?
No, yes, because in the context of the conversation, we were talking about 2 total different other players, and you inserted him into a conversation he was not to make his case.
You're disrespecting Victor Wembanyama because you told me that other content creators and people on the internet would take that take and use it as a way to disrespect Tyrese Maxey. Other content creators and people on the internet are going to take that Victor Wembanyama rant you just went on and use it as disrespect. So, Dom, I need you to stop disrespecting Victor Wembanyama. The difference is that Tyrese Maxey is closer to first team All NBA than Victor Wembanyama is to the best basketball player we've ever seen. That's the difference.
And again,
the difference is that I was closer to being right than you.
Listening is fundamental.
Crazy.
Listening is fundamental because I ain't say shit about what y'all seen.
No.
I said what
being
I
consistent. Being consistent is fundamental.
Hold on.
Standing on your nuts and being consistent is fundamental.
And I might just stand on my nuts because
practicing what you preach. Practicing what you preach is fundamental.
I love what you're doing.
Practicing what you preach is fundamental. Beware of false prophets.
You tried it.
Beware of false prophets. Beware of false prophets.
This is why he ain't let me talk, chat.
Yeah, no, I ain't let you talk because you said enough. No. You just lost your goddamn mind, and now I'm just holding you accountable to stick to your logic. Beware of false prophets. Hey, chill. Keep your ass out of this. Y'all stay out of this. I'm getting sick and tired. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, chill. This week I am sick and tired of your ass. I'm sick and tired of real talk. Both of you niggas, shut your pie hole. No, real talk. I'm tired of your ass this week. Chill, I'm tired of your ass too. Damo, I'm getting sick and tired of this shit.
Am I allowed to stand on my nuts?
You you had your chance.
No,
you
I
had your
didn't.
chance.
No, I didn't.
Your
I
nuts
didn't
is
get a chance
gone
to
now.
talk yet. Okay. Whoa, I'm not castrated. Listen,
You castrated yourself.
Listen, and I'm gonna take the shades off for this one. Listen here, buddy. The difference between what I said and what you said is Ron asked me a question. Do I believe Wemby's the best player?
Because you said it already.
I'm talking.
You said it. You said it, Damo.
It's my turn.
Don't mute shit. You better not mute my mic.
It's my turn. It's my turn.
I'm going to see your ass tomorrow. You better not mute my mic.
The difference is we were talking about Cade and Jalen Brunson. We were talking about something totally different, and you wanted to interject with, what about Tyrese Maxey? Tyrese Maxey, he got wiggle to him.
Ron asked you that because you said it, Damo. Don't lie to the people. Damo, don't lie to my people.
Let him get this off.
I will, but he's lying, Ron.
I'm not
lying. No, fuck that. God damn it. I'm getting sick of this shit, Ron.
Asks who's the best player in the world, alluding to someone saying, I don't know, Jokic, or just trying to find out. I said Wemby. Penn said, who's the best player in the world? I said Wemby. Ron heard it, brought it back. He brought it back. Wait, Damo, what did you say about Wemby?
Who asked you if he was the best player in the world that you've ever seen? Who asked you is he the best player of all time? Who asked you is he the best player to ever walk on earth?
I never said he was the best player of all time. All I said he was the greatest player I've ever seen. That's it. That was my sentence.
Who asked you that?
I've ever seen.
Who asked you that? Nobody asked you that. You inserted that. I think he's the best player. No, you said it and Ron clarified. Ron said Damo. He said Damo. Did you just? He asked you to clarify if that's what you said. If you meant what you said.
So he asked you feel on this platform.
No, he asked you.
He asked you on this platform.
He asked you if you meant what you said.
I gave him the truth. I told him my truth. My truth that Wemby is the best player, the greatest player I've ever seen. I don't got y'all eyes. Some of you niggas wear glasses. I can't see what y'all see. So
you need some of them glasses.
Guess what?
Real talk. Guess what? I
can only speak for me. That's it.
Yo,
but you bring it up. You know
what? Extra pay if you need them.
Just say.
Overnight them shits to Damo. He tripping.
Yo, when I go too far,
nigga cook Drew Timmy, and he the best player you ever seen in your life.
He was the greatest before
you guys have been trying to discredit everything Victor Wembanyama's done. You guys are discrediting everything.
Best player you ever seen.
But Damo been saying that though. This is
thank you, Chill.
He been saying
Damo been crazy then.
Okay, but he's been saying
Damo, do you think though that he's the best? Do you think he's the greatest, or do you think he's the most talented you've seen?
Most talented. To be honest, without being like super clickbaity about it, he's the best player I've ever seen. I differentiate between greatest and best. Greatness requires accolades, X, Y, and Z.
Oh yeah,
but
he hasn't been around long
in terms of actual just talent, God-given gift at basketball, I think Wemby's the best. He definitely has the most talent I've ever seen.
What's the gap between him and 2000 Shaq?
In terms of talent?
Yeah. In terms of force on the basketball court. In terms of, I can't believe I have to face that guy tonight. Oh my God, I'm fucked. That.
The difference is that Wemby's a low ass boy.
Oh man.
I guess. The gap. What's the distance between the tallest man ever and the shortest man ever? That's how big the gap is. That's how big the gap is to me.
That's absolutely.
That's how big the gap is.
We have to sit here. We have to stop acting like there are no drawbacks to Wemby being that tall. Like, cause that's really what it is. It's not like Wemby's the greatest 3-point shooter we've ever seen. It's not like he has the best handle we've ever seen. It's not like, but he does that stuff at 7'4". So now it's magnified, which I agree. But there are also drawbacks to being that tall.
Yeah.
I don't know the drawbacks when it comes to Wemby. Go ahead.
When I saw Wemby, I thought this is a guy who can be the greatest player of all time. And I hope we're kind of all there in the same way. We're like, he can get there. I don't think he's there right now. I still think that there's a burly forward matchup. Yo, for real. That is scary. He lost time with the blood clots. He lost time on development. His team is not exactly a bomb squad right now, but he's getting them there. I believe he will win a championship in the next 2-3 years. I believe he will win an MVP if he stays healthy. I believe he might win 6 MVPs. I do believe we have this conversation in 20 years. We might be talking about him as top 5 player of all time and maybe the GOAT. Maybe. I'm not there yet. And what I'm saying is, if you put a forward like OG Anunoby on him right now, if your team employs a player like that, he is going to be in a lot of trouble. Okay. Wait.
No, they're not.
And
you
what
see
I'm
one game. So here's my thing. No. You hold up, because I'm tired of this. You guys see one game of Wemby getting clamped, and you say, or Wemby struggling, and you guys will be like, oh, he's not this, he's not this, he's not that. But when we see the game where he goes ballistic, then we can't give him the credit for that. So which one is it? Because I'm pretty sure.
The same dumbass opinion that you have of him.
I never said that. I never said that.
That is what that means.
Okay,
just because he goes off doesn't mean then I have to say, oh, he's a top 5 offensive player.
Because he's not a top 5.
But I'm saying no. Can we keep the praise as loud as the criticism as well?
Absolutely.
He's the greatest player ever, and he's a top 5 offensive player.
But this is all I'm saying, though. This is all I want to say. In a 7-game series, if they play the Knicks and OG Anunoby checks him over a 7-game series, he's going to bust OG Anunoby's ass 4 out of those 7 games.
2 times, maybe twice. 4
out of those 7 games.
Look, as soon as Victor Wembanyama gets better than Cooper Flag, we can start having these conversations. When he gets better than Cooper Flag, we can start talking about this.
What?